Yes, we're finally here. And it's fine that JLP isn't here. It's fine. I'm fine.
No, it's not.
Perfectly fine. I'm fine. I'm not spiraling. I'm not panicking. Everything is it's fine, everyone. Trust me. It's fine. Hi everyone. Welcome to the I cannot believe you are breaking out the Rachel Riley funeral music right now.
Oh, this is going to be violently unhinged. Okay.
It's
Not appropriate, damn it.
Oh boy. Welcome to an unhinged start to Australian Survivor redemption coverage here at the Cup TV, Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real in the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. God damn it, Brook. I've got some freshly brewed vanilla dirty chai here, and I am ready to fight. But in a longer form this time, because we're doing something different. Ooh.
Hi, my name is Jack. I'm the resident game designer of the panel, and I'm purely here to steal all of Logan's choices. That's it. I know my role.
Yep. And to add on to my intro, I'm ready to fight Jack.
And I will lose, but it'll be funny. Take your bet on how many curse words I'll be called. If it's less than 10, you're already wrong.
Interrupting my eulogy. How sad. Hello, everyone.
You did not let anybody know. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Moment of silence, everyone. Please, Brook, go ahead.
Hello. My name is Brook. I'm passionate about pop culture. And unfortunately, we are gathered here today to mourn the loss of JLP. Fabulous show. Reality television. Taking us through many seasons of Survivor in Australia, in Samoa, across the Pacific. We mourn the loss of a legend, truly, in this moment, and we are unfortunately saddled with a man that most of us are at most mid on. If you do not, you do not have any friends on this panel. Outside of maybe Lana, who I think likes you a little bit.
And maybe Ree, I don't know yet.
That is all. And may God have mercy on your soul.
Oh, I'm done when I say I'm done.
Are you done?
The music is cut off, absolutely.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure. I wanted to know.
Are you done?
I just want to know if you were done.
Do we need to know 2 minutes of silence?
That's so funny. I mean, yeah. Hi, everybody. It is me, Lana, your resident evil diva. And I'm here to get the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. Y'all, this is so ridiculous. I don't even know what to do. Oh, purr, because I'm so...
We all did it before you!
Love the tea!
I was like, oh yeah, purr, because I'm so outdone with the three of you. I don't even know what to say. So frustrated.
You know, I love me some tea.
I love me some tea.
And I have to put up with these three.
I'm so outdone. I'm so flustered right now. But hi, yeah, I got a cup mug, and you can get you one at LanaGsCreations.etsy.com. The link will be in the description below. And if you go to the right of the screen, there's a QR code. Like it. It'll take you to the shop. Buy your merch. Say you've been there. Leave a message. Favorite the shop. Do all the things. And yeah, we do ship internationally and domestically, so there are no excuses. Australia, I'm looking at you. I know it gets to you. So get your cup mug, period, and thank you. That's it. I can't do anymore. I can't. Because I'm done with the three of them above me.
Okay.
I'm going to stay down here with Ree because we're staying down here.
You can watch the sun rise with me at 8 a.m.
Right.
It's going to be a really nice sunrise, Lana.
Yep.
Thanks.
What was I going to say? Hi, y'all. My name is Rianne, but you can call me Ree. And I just have some water.
Period.
This is my first time doing a draft. I'm so happy to be here. Thanks for having me. And I expect to be an entirely different person after all this.
And that's this is I love that this is your first time doing a draft with us because it gets crazy, it gets wild, and we fight. Logan gets mad every draft, so
I yell every time.
Just hold on to yourself, Reed. Just get ready.
Yeah, okay.
Reed, note that the insults that Logan will inevitably throw at you during this draft are not meant to be personal. They're
not
emotional
personal.
reactions.
Well, nothing is ever. It's not personal. It's draft.
It's just draft. It's draft.
It's not personnel. It's
draft.
It's cute. I like that.
I love that, people.
Lana, I need that on a shirt immediately.
I can make it happen for you.
I love that shirt. I will buy that shirt.
I will be the first person buying that shirt.
I can make that.
You know, like a black tee. I am so there.
A black.
And you want to know the best part? I just thought of that.
It's not personnel. It's draft.
Not personal. It's draft.
It's draft. I'll make that for you. I'll make that, and I'll let you know when you can buy it from me. Thank you.
Will be bought. Will be worn.
Period.
Will be loved. So as the reigning and defending Australian Survivor Draft winner, I would just like to go ahead and say it has been a lovely time serving this body for the past 2 seasons of Australian Survivor. And I will also say I do share in the current victory with Logan. So we are living our best lives.
Period.
I'm gonna give it to. Look, I'll let y'all have it.
This is why you draft Parvati shallow. That's all I have to say.
Correct. This is why you do the correct thing. You take Miss Parvati shallow before anyone else can, and by anyone I mean me and Brooke.
About to say only 2 of you could get her.
Correct.
And we did.
We
did. And we won. So
right.
No, I'm beyond excited. We are back. It is Australian Survivor redemption time, everyone.
Yeah.
So excited. There is a very large JLP sized hole in this season. I will not make any other jokes.
Unfortunately, we were all thinking it, and we're just gonna have to keep going because someone.
I'm constantly thinking it because that man is too fine. But yes, we're very excited. We're doing something we've done a couple times before, but I think this is gonna, maybe become our format from here on out. We're gonna, if you watched any of our coverage of Brains versus Brawn, we're gonna be doing a cute little draft analysis video. We're gonna be drafting our picks for this season, and talking about them while we do. So we're gonna get into the minutia of it very shortly. Before we do, make sure you are subscribed. You hit that notification bell so you know when we're putting out all of our coverage of Australian Survivor Redemption, as well as everything we've got going on this channel, because it is about to be a lot. There's a lot of content going on this channel. We've got Australian Survivor. We've got Survivor 50, of which there's going to be a lot going on with that. We've got House of Villains. We've got several other phenomenal series going on currently as well. We've got Fear Factor. We've got some America's Next Top Model things going on currently in the coming down the pipeline as well. So make sure you check out everything we're doing here on the Cup TV and across all of the Cup Network. All of our links for that will be in the description below. You can also check us out on our socials at the Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. And if you want to follow all of us, our links are down below as well. We are trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the middle of this year. Not even by the end of this year. We're trying to hit 1,000 by the end of June. How about that, Lana?
Well,
I'm leveling you up. So we're doing it. And hey, the growth and the support has been absolutely lovely over the last couple of months. So thank you all very, very much. And we're hoping that, Australia, come on through, Australia and New Zealand and all the other countries. All of the countries all around the world. Thank you very much. But we're going to get into it. There are 24 fabulous people on this season, and obviously there are 5 of us, meaning mathematically the best way to do that is 5 draft picks each. But that leaves one little extra draft pick extra for that extra person. And Brooke came up with a very lovely, wonderful idea. And I'm going to give you direct credit because it literally was your idea. So we're going to do a classic snake draft format. I've got a wheel, our best friend, the wheel. Hey, wheel.
Well, it's a friend for
on
most
deck.
of us. It never treats Lana well.
Lana, this wheel might treat you well, though.
You said that last time.
Because,
You literally said that the last video, and I got like.
but hey, if the wheel mistreats you this time, it might be beneficial for you because
It may be who?
the person who ends up with the last pick will get their choice of whoever they want from across all 24 survivors on this cast, just as long as they haven't already drafted them. So
Imagine the double down in a winner takes all draft, doubling down on someone you already have.
right, we're not allowing double downs, but
I'm drafting Parvati twice.
and I would have
Who wouldn't have?
Who wouldn't? Yeah.
mother.
But
I would have. I
Yeah, I
absolutely
would.
would have. So with that being said, it's wheel time.
Oh, this demon.
But hey, it's pretty with the colors of the tribes.
It's
Yes.
Yay.
pretty. Let's just
All
do
right.
Who's
it.
going first?
I
the wheel
didn't
is-
clock it until this exact moment. This is literally just the Joker's color scheme.
Yep.
It is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well,
And it's going to be spinning for 12 seconds as this is season 12,
Okay.
kind of, but also kind of season 14. Whatever. Anyway, Will.
it's the time it's gonna put one in third.
PTSD all over again.
What did I tell you, Lana?
Wow. You know what?
That's kinda
It's Black
bad.
History Month. It's Black History Month. It knew
It
better.
is.
It is.
It knew
It
better.
is.
It knew better. Period.
It was like, hey, look, it's 2026. I have too many things going on. I'm not going to be caught out like that. Like, let's just.
Yep.
Period, Will. You knew. Thank you.
They're not. Does it get rid of both Lanas or just the one Lana?
It got rid of or no, it only
No, it
got rid of
didn't.
one. So this it only got rid of one Lana.
I mean, it wasn't landing on me twice.
Jack, that it just had.
It doesn't.
I'm going to
matter.
pretend like I didn't see that. Because now I'm going to get fifth and it'll be all right.
There's still a Lana
Well-
on the wheel. There is still a Lana
Oh,
on the
no.
wheel.
No.
Yeah,
Why
a
is there-
green
There's
one.
still a Lana on the wheel.
Why is there still a Lana on the wheel?
Take me off.
I was told that there wouldn't be any more Lanas on the wheel after it got landed on. Anyway.
Logan just wanted an abundance of Lanas today. Okay.
Yes. I wanted Lana to have the best luck, okay? And she did.
Logan put
Just
15
look like
Lanas on the
abundance of
wheel.
Tic
I
Tac.
sure did.
It was 15 Lanas on the wheel so I could get first.
Sue me.
It's okay. All right.
I think I might. Suing in the second place on the
Alright.
wheel, I will take it. Lana, this is payback for us being the last two people picked for traitors. This is
Yep.
what it is.
Yep. Yep.
I'm formally removing both Brooks from the wheel, okay? There is no more Brook.
All right.
Oh gosh.
R.I.P.
You got second pick, boo.
You said there's no more Brook.
Uh-huh.
No.
There you go, Jack.
I'll take third. I'll take third.
All right,
Must-
Ree.
Yeah.
I have a conspiracy theory, Reed, and I'm about
I
to
do too, and I feel like I know how it's gonna end up.
I think
Oh,
it's
no.
Lee,
And
you threw
Logan
it
gets
off.
what he wants anyway.
I have a conspiracy theory.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ree.
Okay, cool.
Oh no!
Oh no, I
Oh,
get the
no.
last pick. What do you mean? I might get to pick whoever I want. I fear this was a conspiracy theory because
Yeah.
we all wanted to happen. We didn't get to happen. And the person who created the wheel. Okay.
I did not rig this wheel.
Who put that system in place?
I did not rig this wheel. I will not allow. I will not allow this slander.
Okay. All right.
But also, there you go, Lana.
As we should.
We're draft order now.
I'll take it because
Even read the switch.
I'll
Even
take
read the
it.
switch.
I said I
No.
want one person in
1,
particular.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep. I said I want.
All right,
one
Lana.
person.
So,
Mhm.
yes. So, this is fun. So, Lana said before we started that there is one person in particular that she wanted. And
Mhm.
I wrote down, because I have a feeling who that one person is. And we're going to actually see who it is now. I have it written down.
Mhm.
Lana,
Mhm.
who is that person?
The person that I wanted is someone who I was just like, absolutely, definitely, yes, because I liked them when they were on the season before, and that is Simon. Give me Simon.
Oh!
I want Simon.
Yeah.
I want Simon.
Gag.
I told you had no idea who I was talking about because that is this man for me. I enjoyed him on his season so much, and I thought he got wronged for no reason at all. And I was loving that he was able to come back and do this again. When I saw he was on this cast, I was like, period, I want him. I want him in my team. I don't care how well he does or how, I don't care. I just wanted this man on my team because I feel like he got played so crazy in his season. Even though he did do some stuff that I was like, not smart. He wasn't the brightest. He wasn't the brightest in this season, but I think he has learned. And I feel like I feel like a redemption for him. I could see it happening. So I just really wanted him. And I knew you didn't know.
Okay.
I knew you had no idea who I was talking
That
about.
is not. I'm not gonna currently reveal who I have written down.
I know who
because
you thought it was.
I now want to draft them. So no. I don't even think you know who it is.
Mm-hmm. I think I do, but we'll see.
I have them written down. I hope they will come to me.
Logan, whoever
so.
your number one pick is, just save them. You can get them at the end. It doesn't matter. Just do your
I
number
know.
one pick.
But on the off chance that I can get them earlier.
But what's the point? You don't have to. You know you're going to get your number one no matter what you do. So why would you not just pick everyone below them and just grab them at the end so you don't have to worry about it? You can prioritize your other picks. For me, I'm just going to say this. I think he is a lovely character. I think he is very pretty. He is not the backstat survivor in his multiple appearances that we have seen. He is a little naive, I think would be the best way to put it, would be naive. And I think on top of that, I think the other thing I would say is he at least doesn't have a George to tunnel vision on this time. So I'm hoping that rode better for him on this appearance. But not too surprised, but I'm a little surprised he went first, is all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, y'all don't know me like you think you know me. I have some surprises up my sleeve. I just feel like this one, I do, and I agree with you, Brooke. I think his other seasons that he was on he was a little naive. He was a little focused on one person instead of play the game. And I really think that this season he will learn from his mistakes. He had third time's a charm, right? So I feel like maybe he could do something different. He'll learn from my only hesitation that I was going to have with him was I don't know if the people are going to let him play as much as he wants to play. And so I feel he's going to have a harder road, but I don't care. I'm not drafting to win. I'm drafting for people I like. and people who spoke to me and people who I was just like felt just by reading their bios, which I actually did do, Logan, once we had time. But I just felt like he's somebody who I'm like, I want him on my team. I feel like his redemption story can be a good one, no matter how long he's there. I just want him to have a good Survivor experience.
Yeah. And he does seem very reflective in the promos I watched. Like, he's really looking back at his previous games and like, this is what I did wrong. This is what I don't want to do again. So we might get a very different Simon.
I think we're going to. I think to that point exactly, Ree. I think we're gonna end up with I think we're gonna see a different side of him. I'm quite intrigued by Simon back on here. I think he, like you said, Lana, he is such a great character. I've always loved watching Simon play. My interest is actually going to be with him in the early game. Because of where he's positioned in his starting tribe and who he's positioned with on his starting tribe. I think that's going to be the big initial factor for him. If he can make it through the early part of the game, I think he's got everything it takes. I think he has done a lot of reflecting. I'm quite happy to see him here. I think, why do we only have one woman and 3 men on a returning season if we're going to do 4 returning players? Okay, sure. There are a lot of women with redemption story potential on Australian Survivor. Sure, whatever. But,
where is Jackie? Where is Jackie?
Where's Jackie?
Oh.
Okay, honest to God, where's Logan?
There's got to be so many things that like someone dropped out at the last minute and they were like,
it has to be.
We sent everyone home.
Yeah.
Except for my guess is going to be Mark. Yeah. Mark feels like the oddball that they were like, fuck, fine, we'll call Mark.
I'll just be real. The fact that Jackie is not on this cast is kind of bullshit to me. Like, above everybody else.
I agree.
Like, no shade. Jackie did not even get her second chance, and I'm bitter for her.
I am too.
That's Mother. We love her. Is it my turn?
It is.
So this was a tough call. There's a lot of people on this cast that are like piquing my interest a little bit. I did consider, when I won last time, it was with Parvati, so I can't really base anything off that. There's not a Parvati Shallow on this cast. However, when I won Brains versus Brawn, I'm like, okay, what did I do? Well, I looked at the cast and I said, who is the prettiest person on this cast? And that is how I picked Miles, and that is how I won. So going with that theme, the person I will be drafting this time is Caleb.
We love the prettiest person on this cast for you.
I will say there are a lot of pretty people on this cast, but if I'm going for the eye candy of all eye candy on this cast for me, this is the one, okay? We got the ink, we got the lovely facial hair, but not too much facial hair, just a little bit of something. He clearly takes good care of himself, and that's attractive. But also on top of that, just in general, he's got a really nice smile. He's got like a warm disposition. That does really well for early social game. I don't think he's going to be a target in the early rounds. And if he is, it's going to be like Ben Browning levels of bad social play. I don't think this man goes in the first 5 Trump councils, honestly. And then beyond that, he just seems affable. And that does well. So good social game. He might end up being the person that gets drug into an alliance as the extra vote, and then they vote him out at 8, and that's fine. But if we're going for purely on ability to make the merge, I think this is a solid candidate for that choice. And as such, he will be getting my draft here on this day.
Cool.
Lovely. No, I'm not all that surprised. I think he's interesting. He's a truck driver. So I think there's a lot of really good social skill there. He was higher up on my list for sure. I really like in his bio, the thing that stood out for me was him saying, I've never been the strongest kind of guy. I've never been the fastest. I've never been the fittest, but yet I've always been able to do whatever I want to do. I've been able to get myself all over the world. And I think that like that kind of disposition like really does speak to the abilities and the amount of like versatility you need for a game like Survivor. I like him on paper. I think he's got a wide set of skills that will apply really well. And I do think he's got that disposition like you're talking about, Brooke. I think this is a really great pick.
Yeah, I think you've hit the vibes very nicely. Generally, this kind of archetype of just like a guy who's nice gets to the merge, barring like the guy who's nice goes insane being the actual archetype. So this is just a solid pick. I'd be interested to see what strategic chops he has.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's going to get paired up with potentially one of the other men who are like the returnees and the big names and all that. And I think he'll slide under the wing. If that returnee gets shot out fast, he might just take that role. But it'll be very interesting to see what actually he gets up to.
Well, he's on the green tribe to start with, and that does mean he's going to be on the tribe with Mark and Brook. So we'll see how that works for him. I'm actually kind of happy he's not on the same tribe as Simon. I don't think he would vibe as well there. And Harry, honestly. I think having that separation from both of them is probably better for his game. But that's just me. That's just my perspective.
Yeah, for me, it's funny. I'm hearing the argument, and I am a little more positive about him. When I went into this draft, a bit more mixed. I do really agree that like he has a nice smile. He's very likable. He looks very just joking and happy to talk to just about anyone. And he looks pretty physical, even though he says he's not the strongest or the fastest. But there was one thing in his bio. I got this feeling also from his promo that I don't know if it's maybe weird to think, but he talks about how he has been waiting for a big moment to get off the road. And I'm worried that he will go in there with a certain attachment to results. And if it doesn't happen that way, he will leave the game with a very terrible experience and terrible opinion of his experience there. I'm very worried about that. But if he tries in the game, if he knows how to, he'll find an alliance, right? And he does pretty well, and he has a very respectable game. Then I think it will be fine. But if it doesn't meet up to these sky-high expectations that he has been setting for himself, then I'm worried about how he's going to handle it emotionally.
Physically, he kind of reminds me a little bit of Jordy. And, you know, like, that has historically been done. He did pretty well the first time. The second time he did, like, fine. So, like, I could see him doing well. That's just where my head's at. I think it makes sense. So here we go.
Yeah.
Lana, any thoughts?
No, I think this is a great choice for Brooke. I think this is I think he's someone who will just either he's going to do very well in this game, or he's not going to be able to find his footing and get out early. That's just how I see it with this one.
I understand that. Jack.
So, I'll be honest, I haven't had as much time as I've wanted to like jump into this cast and really analyze them. But for one person, I didn't need to do that at all because I already knew of them. I was already happy with what I had seen of their gameplay, and I think their game more plays into Survivor than their original show, Big Brother. So I grabbed Johnson. Johnson has a redemption arc from Big Brother Australia 14, where he got second place after he was on a Second Chances season for Big Brother Australia and lost to now the only two-time winner of that show. So basically, he's already played like this kind of second chancey redemption game, and it would not be surprising to me at all if he's looked back, gone through the like 70 days of gameplay that he had to go through and been like, that worked, that didn't, that worked, that didn't. And I can see him doing amazing socially. He was not good. He was not the best physically, but then again, he was up against a goddamn Titan in Terrace. So he was not going to win anything. So I think he is a really, really good shot of doing well on this show. And like, if they were going to favor anyone who wasn't a returnee from actual Survivor, I feel like he's also going to get favored a decent amount.
I've seen a good portion of Johnson's game from Big Brother. I think he is definitely someone to look out for. Beyond the fact that that is a very, very, very beautiful man. Oof, hello. No, I think this is a great pick, Jack. He played a very, very strong strategic game, and I hope that he was able to take what he learned from his first opportunity on Big Brother Australia and really mold that into the game of Survivor. He does seem to be a fan of Survivor as well, so I think, you know, he will know how to adapt those skills. And he's a big family man as well. I think that's, you know, I think he's going to be able to kind of take his family stories and really kind of adapt and be able to get along with almost anybody. And that's a skill that not everyone has, but if you have it, it really works. I mean, we saw it with Ferris really like kill it. So I think, you know, and he falls into that similar archetype. So I think this is a great pick.
He was very high on my list. He was, if nobody picked him, I was going to pick him because you can't take out of consideration his run on Survivor Australia. I mean, Big Brother Australia. And if he got second place on Big Brother Australia, he has to have some strategic chops and some strategic gameplay. And I think it will translate well over onto Survivor Australia. So I this is a great choice. Like I'm a little jelly, but not ready to fight you yet. Not trying to fight you because I could have picked him and I didn't. So I'm not that bad. But this is a good choice. I'm very interested to see if people take his Big Brother experience and use that against him, or be willing to work with him because of that. If anybody's gonna even recognize it or know, or like, I wonder how it's going to play out, because it could either be a good thing for him and he can use that and people will want to work with him, or people are like, oh, I don't trust him because this man almost won Big Brother and he has to have some kind of. So I'm interested in how that will play out. But yeah, not a bad choice at all. I'm actually
So Johnson was actually somebody I was going to draft first for a bit. And then I looked at his shirt. And I will say, create your own luck being on his shirt, that scares me a bit. Just this much. I'm not one to normally draft severe risk takers when it comes to shows like this. I like going for safe, stable choices. Because typically, even if I don't win, my picks get pretty far. So looking at the table here, I was like, that's a little too risky for my taste. It might be like a round 2 or round 3 choice, but not a round 1 choice for me. But I definitely see where you're coming from. Big Brother Australia is an interesting show because out of all of the English-speaking Big Brother franchises, I feel like it's the one we talk about the least, or at least out of the mainstream ones that I'm aware of.
Mhm.
But we've had some really good game players come out of that show. So I'm thinking of Tim specifically. Tim's left him. So who knows how he'll do? We'll see what happens. We've had a Survivor player go win Big Brother Australia. Maybe we'll have a Big Brother Australia player go win Australian Survivor. Who knows?
Yeah, I like him.
Does it?
Good pick. No,
Really,
I
like,
have
I
one
like
with
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I
And
have one with
sometimes-
him.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's enough.
Yeah, go for it.
Like Lana, you said about you talked about like if people are gonna recognize him. I remember from one of his promos that he said something like, "New fun fact about me: I was on Big Brother Australia, but that's for you to know and not those people." So it looks like he's going to try to hide that he was on the show.
Okay.
The one thing I
these are
will say,
reality TV fans. Somebody somewhere
Yeah.
on this beach is gonna know that this man was there. Like,
Okay, yes, but that's what we thought about Johnny Weir and Tara Lipinski, and look at where we're at now. So I
Right.
mean,
I was gonna say the more apt comparison in my mind is Serif Fields on 25, where one person did immediately clock her and her relationship because it was shown on Survivor. It would not shock me if multiple people watched that Big Brother season. It was a couple of years ago, so they may have forgotten a little bit, but it wouldn't surprise me if one person or so recognizes and goes, "Why do I know you?"
all right.
And from there, it just
Right.
spirals.
Right. All right.
Well, Ree.
Okay. So my number 1 and 2 have gone back and forth pretty much whenever I look at my list.
Uh-huh.
And it's a bit of it, it's a big choice, but I just like from what I've seen in the promos of this person, and it's a returning to, I pick Brook.
Great choice.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful choice.
I think she's always been very solid. Like she made it 7th place, 4th place. So she's that kind of person that will always make it pretty deep because she has everything. Like look at her. Like she's gorgeous, she's physical, she's very strategic, she's super social. Like she has all the skills. And she's shown that. Obviously, lowering the threat level is the big problem. And making sure that other people don't recognize how much of a big triple quadruple threat she is. But I like it. And I saw in her bio that like she's now a new mom. Like I think maybe she got married, and like she's very different from her first season when she was like 23 when she played. So I'm interested to see the growth that she will definitely have. And I love the banter that I've seen in some promos with David. Like that was correct. It was taking me out completely. It was so funny. So yeah,
I'm leaving room for the rest of us.
Yeah.
I
Yeah. So that's my pick.
new mom. Like how
that
new?
body.
I was about to say, how new of a mom are we talking?
I think her baby's 2 now.
Okay.
Okay. Because I was about to be like new mom.
2 now
where?
or 2 at time of filming?
That's a great question. I can look.
Because I was gonna say if it was 2 now, that's
this
still damn
body-
impressive.
This woman and this body, a new mom, get out of here. Like I'm
Maybe she
looking at
adopted.
you.
Maybe she
Right.
has some-
No. Oh
Did you
no.
have-
Oh no.
Did you have
I am a.
surrogate mom, ma'am? Because what?
Oh no. No. I am a rampant Brooke Jowett stan on Instagram. Every single thing she does, I'm like, yes, thank you. Thank you,
my
ma'am.
God, she looks incredible. And yes, I didn't watch her original season, so I'm excited to see who she. I'm excited to.
Baby, this is Australian Parvati Shallow, I would say.
I love her.
Like,
I love that.
She's got the charisma. She prior
This
to
nerve and talent.
Correct.
Okay,
Point blank and period. Yeah. Before Kaylin, she had the record for the most individual immunity challenge wins in a single season.
Word.
And Kaylin just broke that.
Yes, he did.
So I hope she can break it again.
Period, man.
Period.
So,
This is mother.
I'm
This is mother.
excited.
Literally.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see her. I'm excited to see what she does, and yeah, I was looking at her, but I didn't know all those facts about her. But yeah, work, mama.
Yeah, she's got
I'm
her baby's a toddler now, so like a couple years old.
It's probably 2 at the time of filming, but I mean, either
I think.
way, like still, that body does not look like a baby has been birthed out of it. Like that's impressive.
Right,
As hell.
sickening.
wow.
I'm just gonna say this. This was the other person I was considering to draft first.
Mhm.
I did not think she would come back. I did have this much hope that maybe I was wrong. But I also recognized that I had to make it through 2 rounds of Logan, and the odds of that happening were slim to none. So I love her. She's an incredible player. She's actually one of my favorite parts of All Stars. So I would have liked to have seen her on my team, but I'm gonna be happy if she wins, even if she's not on my team, because she's a great player.
Absolutely.
And she's also extremely underrated when it comes to Australian Survivor players. She is so slept on by almost everyone involved. And I think that might just be because she hasn't been on All Star in a minute. It's been a couple years. So a bit longer than a couple years. It's been a while. So I'm hoping that this new appearance might be able to revive her fan base a bit.
Yeah.
Work.
Definitely.
It's your
All
time.
right. I have had my eye on a couple of people. And obviously I have my redemption choice at the end, which I think is going to be a really interesting choice for me. But there is someone on this cast whose work I have seen prior
Mm-hmm.
that really intrigued me. I think they are going to I don't know why I do this, but every time I come here to draft for Australian Survivor, I draft Chaos. I don't know what it is, but every time I draft Chaos. And, you know, she didn't get to play the game she wanted to necessarily on her first season. So I'm going to see if Kat has a little bit of that deviousness in her for this redemption season. Kat is originally from season 2 of Traders New Zealand and was so fun to watch. One of my standouts from that season. I'm so thrilled to see her here. She is going to bring the drama. She is going to bring the drama point blank in the period. And I can't wait to see it. The fact that they put her and Johnson on the same starting tribe is chaos in itself.
They know what they're doing. They know
exactly what they're doing, and I can't wait to see it. I just think she is such a dynamic player. I think she's going to bring a lot of really great energy. She's a therapist as well, so she's got all of that really great ability to connect with almost anybody. She's been working in the mental health field for 13 years. She's got great insight. And I think she's going to have a really great ability to kind of weave her way through this game. So Kat was a no-brainer for me. This was my number 1 pick.
Okay. Good choice.
Yeah.
Sure.
I say, and here's why I say good choice.
A truck driver.
I did. That's not why I'm shorting you.
I know. I'm just.
Does this make sense as an early pick? Yeah. It wasn't really someone I considered for like my first couple rounds because I do wonder how she's going to translate a game from, like the castle to Survivor. Like it's 2 very different environments with 2 very different games you have to play.
Yeah.
And that's why we've only ever seen one person successfully be able to pull it off to this point. And you know, she is Mother. I call herself Mother Cerie.
Yeah.
So like, I do wonder how that's going to work and how she's going to do. And I also did not watch her season of Traders New Zealand, so I don't have a lot to go off of for her. Reputationally, though, I am aware of her, and I've heard about her, so I wasn't surprised. It just wasn't something that crossed my mind, is the other reason I'm saying sure. But yeah, totally valid.
My only hesitation with her, and with a lot of therapists that go on this show, I feel like sometimes they overthink a lot, and they try to psychoanalyze, you know, just everybody. Like they have their therapist brain does not turn off, and that could be a turn off for people when you're stuck on an island and you have to live with this. Like, I don't want a therapist to try to, you know, pick my brain for 24 hours a day, and every time I talk to you, I feel like I should just lay down on the couch. Like, and sometimes on Survivor, especially on Survivor, we've seen a couple of therapists come on the show, and they do okay, but it gets to a point where people get tired of them. You know what I mean? It's like, I feel like I have to do extra with you because I feel like you're always trying to get into my head, and I don't like it. So that was my only thing that made me go, ugh, about there, because I just feel that way. If she knows how to turn that off, she'll be fine. I think she could. But the thing with her experience on Traders, I feel like Survivor, you could translate better from Traders to Survivor than Survivor to Traders. And so I kind of feel like that's where she could do that better, because like like you said, Brooke, the only person who has done it successfully is Cerie. Everybody else who's been on Survivor translated into Traders do not do well because they overthink everything and they try to play Survivor in the castle, and that's a different game. But I think the castle can translate in Survivor because all you have to do is be more social and just think about and look at things, and you're always constantly looking around and observing. And that's what she does for a living. She sits, she listens, she observes. So if she can turn off her therapist's brain sometimes and not overanalyze everybody to the point where it gets on people's nerves, I think she'll be fine. It'll be interesting to see if she can do that, though.
My one reservation beyond, like, people think a therapist on the island, they're gonna like do stuff and it's gonna be, they can put them off. Specifically how she described Trey's experience is now she wants to play that like more traitorous, more villainous game. And unfortunately, I think she might end up playing too hard too fast and get caught out if her tribe isn't already on that level. It could be. But I feel like, unfortunately, she could get caught out very, very fast as an older woman on this tribe and also someone who wants to play more villainous game. I feel like the eyes could be on her to let her go anyway, and then she's going to do one thing slightly wrong and she's gone.
I could see that.
Logan, your second choice?
My second pick is not that surprising either for me, I don't think. I'm not quite sure how he's gonna do, but I did want to pick a super fan, a self-proclaimed super fan. I'm gonna go with Pastor Daniel.
I get to curse out Logan.
Yay!
That's not cursing him out over a pastor. Oh my God.
I'm really, really intrigued by Daniel. I think he's a self-proclaimed klutz and a bundle of joy.
Aww.
And that in itself got me. That got me. I like him. I think that, you know, he's kind of banking on people underestimating him. And that does tend to do well. I think it's an archetype that does well, especially on Australian Survivor. Q Miles. So I think, I think this is a really safe choice. I like his personality. I think he is the kind of person that can get in with almost anybody on his tribe. And yeah, go with Daniel.
I like this choice for you.
Thank you.
I think unexpected. I would never have picked. I thought you would have picked him. But I do like your choice for you. I like him. I think reading his bio, I was like, okay, I can see it. I was scared to pick him for that very reason, because I was like, he seems so likable, and I feel like people be like, oh, but see, here's the thing, and this is why I hate it sometimes. I love it. I love seeing pastors go on a show like Survivor. I love to see them show their humanity and show, who they are as a person and their love for shows like Survivor. And yes, you could be a Christian. You could love some games like Survivor that's about deceit and deception and, outwitting, outlasting, outplaying people. But I also hate when they go on the show and they play the game, and then people be like, see, pastors be lying. Pastors are not this,
right.
Because it's like, no, just because he is a pastor does not mean he cannot enjoy a strategic game show, and he can go on said show and play the game. And the game sometimes causes you to not be honest and to take that and say that's his whole character because he lied on the show. Now he's not a good pastor, or that's what they all do. And I hate when people do that. But so I want him to do well. I want him to leave. And I mean, I like to say sometimes you have to leave your moral compass at the door, but not your morality. You don't have to leave your morality at the door, but you can leave your moral compass at the door for certain aspects of the game. When he's playing a game, if he knows some information and he knows he shouldn't say it, don't say it. You don't have to lie about it. You could just not mention it. And so I want people to, first of all, treat this pastor like a regular person, because he is a regular person. He's human. Just because he does, that's his job, and he chooses that, he's still a human being, and he is allowed to come on games like Survivor and play the game. And if he, he has to tell a couple of lies, and he got to maybe screw over your favorite person, that doesn't mean he's a bad pastor. It's just he's playing the game. But I'm excited. And he's a super fan too. Like, I hope he does well. That's a good pick. I like him. I'm surprised you picked him, but
I'm so
now I'm a little upset that you picked him and I didn't.
I'm so pissed. I'm so mad. Like, okay,
is this why
this
you
was
went
going
off
to be my
screen?
second.
I went off screen to scream for a second.
Real talk. Okay, here's my thing. About 3 or 4 months ago, we did a video on the Eurovision channel for Junior Eurovision, and in that, I broke down the concept of someone who is someone or something that is Logan coded. Let me express to those who were not there for that video what that is. So either it's the Angelina Keeley style of Logan coding, where you can just kind of visually tell by looking at something that Logan is going to love it, or it's the Kelsey Ballerini style of Logan coded, where the content matters a lot, right? Like the content of something matters a lot. Now, in the original metaphor that we used, the singer for that song, I believe it was San Marino for Junior.
Yes.
That was a lovely combination of both. This is straight up Kelsey Ballerini, like up and down style Logan coding. And I'm irritated because I didn't think you would see it. Maybe I thought you might overlook him, but this is, not only is he a pastor, he's a youth pastor, and that makes me think he is going to be really good at talking to people in general.
Correct.
Because I know pastors that are like, that have the I am the voice of God, chosen man kind of vibe. I have never met a youth pastor like that. And I think that's going to be a really good energy. But also, he runs marathons for fun, just because he can. Like every little detail about this guy, I'm like, this is a perfect Survivor Castaway. And I'm fuming that he is not on my team.
All 4 of you had an opportunity to take him before I
We
did.
didn't think you would.
I very much was like, I knew personally I was getting Johnson or I was getting Daniel, and there was basically no in between. I assumed I was not.
Y'all gotta
going
play
to
the
get
game.
him.
That's all right.
But
Right.
no, for literally every single reason already said, like, this man can connect on so many different variables. He's a pastor, but he's very new age. He just knows how to talk to people. He knows how to relate to people. And I mean, he's going to vote out your faves, and you're going to have to get over it. And that's how it's going
Correct.
to be. And I want to see him do really well.
Same.
And Brooke, you were not going to get him because I was going to take him.
Lana and
So
Brook
just
are-
know there were
Brooke
two
are
different.
so mad. All right,
Yeah.
Ree.
Okay. I like Daniel a lot too, and I just add to that. And we have had people on Australian Survivor who who use the whole I'm a very nice, religious, lovely person to their advantage and do very well because of it. Do very well with flying under the radar because of it and being just universally liked by the tribe because of it. So I can see him do that. Maybe if he's in a very unfortunate tribe situation like a swap, he could be in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, in general, I think he'll be okay. And it was really funny. The two people I went back and forth between were Brook and Kat.
Oh no!
I love that. And I'm gonna. Okay, so my choice here is someone who I can see them unfortunately go home early, or if everything falls into place a little more fortunately, I can see them do very well. And there have been people who have won this type of game once they made it past the first few episodes where they could go home. And my pick is Blanche.
I love this pick.
That
I
is
love it.
such an interesting pick.
Interesting
I
pick.
love her.
I'm gonna be honest. Did not see the shirt until this exact moment.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
in.
Blanche was so high on my list because of this shirt alone.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm so happy for you. I'm also a little bit devastated. But I love this pick.
Yeah. And again, we may be talking next week about her being one of the first few boots, but she does look like someone who can really, really make it deep if she just makes it past these first few episodes because of her archetype.
Yes.
And according to her bio, she is very active. She's very physical. She is a fitness instructor. And she talks a lot about how she is a super energetic woman because she had to raise 4 daughters by herself. And like she wants to be an example for moms, for people in their 40s, that, you know, you can restart your life. And like, look at the shirt, like it really reflects like the attitude that really came across to me in her bio and in her promos. And she also did, as a party trick, she did a split in the video. So yeah, I hope she makes it past those first few episodes, because then I think she will be great.
I couldn't agree with you more.
So
Brooke,
pissed.
you're mad?
So Daniel was my next choice, and then after Daniel, I was going to pick Blanche. I
Whoa!
can't win today. For a couple reasons. One, the second I saw this picture, the first image that popped in my head was Wanda Shirk, and like I love Wanda. And like, granted,
oh my
I
God,
hope
this
she has
is
a much
Australian
better.
Wanda.
She's Australian Wanda. Now, hopefully, she doesn't go out first, but
Yes.
that was the energy I got from her, and I think on Aussie that archetype is going to do a lot better than it would have done on US. But she's just so fun. And I think people might, and this is not a knock on her. I do think she might be able to like play up her age a little bit more because she's only 50. Like she's not like a lot older than a lot of other people.
There are several people on her tribe over 37. Like, and there are, I think, 4 or 5 people on her tribe over 40. So I don't think it is not out of the realm of possibility for her to be fine.
If I'm Blanche, I'm telling people I'm 55 at minimum. Like I'm playing it up because if people think you're a little bit older, you know, if she's only a couple years older than other people, that might not give her the old person stigma, and it's a little dangerous to play with. But if she can play up the I'm just here to have a good time, right? But also be competent and contributive, that's gonna carry her a lot. But yeah, good draft. I can't be mad. Just sad.
This is such a great pick. Like she's a single mom who works 3 jobs, who has worked 3 jobs.
Loves
She's
her
a former
kids,
gym
never
owner.
stop.
She loves her kids and will never stop. With gentle hands and the heart of a fighter, Blanche
She's on
is
Survivor.
a survivor.
On Survivor.
On Survivor.
She is on Survivor. And I just love her. She's an acupuncturist now. Like the woman is, I'm so excited to hopefully get her VT, get her life story, and not see her eliminated in the same episode. That is my hope for Blanche. Like,
Awesome.
I'm hopeful, but no, I absolutely love her with every fiber of my being.
This is like the stereotype of mother in terms of like tribe mother casting that I've like ever seen. There's just so many things that read as like everyone will want to keep her around because she's doing everything they want for her at camp and no one will touch her. And then she's going to destroy them in the late game socially. So I think literally she gets past the first couple of episodes. We get her VT. She blends into the background, maybe part of the majority alliance, and we just get to vibe. And then come merge, she wrecks people like completely. I'm here for it. I want to see her do well.
I love a seasoned queen, honey. I love a seasoned queen. Because I just want them to do her right. Treat her right. Don't do her like y'all be doing the older people on these shows. Don't do her. I think she's a sweetheart. I want to see her do well. I'm excited to see. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what she does. I'm shocked by this choice, not gonna lie, but I'm happy she got an early draft pick. Round 2. I love that for her. Go, Mom. Period.
Like, imagine she goes on to be the next Shane.
Period.
Like, just imagine. Like,
I ain't mad.
You never know. It's a gamble, but it could be a really good one. Yep. Also, quick note: is the Shine Like a Disco Ball? Is the disco ball made up of those with like flippable sequins? Because that's what it looks like.
I'm pretty sure it is.
I would love.
At least the outside is.
That's iconic.
I kind of love it. If she could just switch it and go to a different, I would just love it. Okay, Jack, what are you doing?
So as I was looking through this cast, I was like, okay, there's going to be the social threats. There's going to be the people that are strategic masterminds. We also need someone who's just going to be a giant physical, like someone who's going to be able to tackle anything. And then I literally found myself in a different timeline, like alarmingly so, to the fact that we are born 7 days apart and have the same name.
Oh.
I'm taking Jackson.
Yeah.
Jackson is a pro wrestler who dropped out of university after 3 years to studying psychology, and then was like, yeah, I'm just going to chase my dream of being a pro wrestler. And somehow... Yeah, no, I get it. That's just the vibe. I think he's going to do amazing in physical challenges. It's not going to go anywhere during the merge unless he goes crazy. And I think he's a pretty good shot for merge into late game, especially being so physically built. And I think he's just going to do really, really well.
Well, if you know your Australian Survivor history, it will be lovely seeing him signed to WWE in about 3 years. He'll follow the Grayson Waller trajectory. So yeah, gonna follow the Grayson Waller arc of going from Australian Survivor to WWE in a few years. So good luck, Diva, on that front. Beyond that, though, he was someone I considered. I didn't want to draft too many of the like seemingly alpha type guys, so I hedged my bets with the one I thought was the prettiest. But you know, he could have been like around 3 or around 4 for me, maybe. But like a very valid choice. Like I can't fault you, John.
Meanwhile, I had Jackson very high on my list. I think he's got a lot of strong potential. He reminds me a lot of Jordy. Just personality wise. He's got that like vigor about him. His stage persona is like very, very like bogan boy. So I think, you know, it's going to be really interesting to see how much we see of his stage persona versus how much we see of Jackson. I'm curious how much he's going to use that. And I am quite excited to see, you know, that kind of personality used in a game like Survivor. We don't often get those kind of big personalities and people with stage presences going into a show like this. So I'm excited for him. I also think he's quite pretty. So if I'm going off of the Brook metric, that's how I would have drafted. But you know.
I mean, yes. Next question, but that's not even that was like a third consideration at that point.
Jackson,
well, I'm happy for you.
It has worked in the past. Drafting a beautiful man has worked for me in the past. So, like, if it works for you,
hey, Pastor Daniel's attractive.
What?
Pastor Daniel is attractive too.
I never said he wasn't.
No. I'm saying I'm not saying you didn't. I'm saying I'm also following into the metric so far.
It does work.
Not everything is about you, Brook. Lana, what do you have to say about Jack?
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Jackson, I wish you well in this. I would love to see a wrestler do well, and because I just love wrestling. And yeah, I don't know, because I feel like it could go either way. He could be a really great asset to the tribe doing the team challenge or whatever, and then they were like, but we don't want him to make merge, because if we get to the individual game, he could just win all the physical challenges, and so we don't really want that there, and they can boot him out. Or he can find himself in a very good bromance alliance, which we've seen a lot of on Australian Survivors. The bros do like to bro together a lot on Australian Survivors, so the bros can bro together, and we go take our bros all the way to the to the end, so we can all bro together in the finale. We've seen it happen. We've seen them do it. So I don't put it past that to go down. Me personally, I want to see what type of wrestler he is, because I want to see if he's going to give me. Is he like? Cocky. Is he the rep? No, is he the? And this is strictly physical for me right now. I'm in my physical era right now. I want to know: is he giving me Grayson Waller physique, or is he giving me Austin Theory physique? Because if he's giving me Grayson Waller physique, I'm like, eh. But if he's giving me Austin Theory physique, I'm like, he can stick around a little bit longer, because
it's the former. He's
okay,
a little
but here's the thing. I'm kind of in the opposite camp, because I feel like Austin Theory would not do well on Survivor. And
I don't think he will do well, because he has so much muscle mass. But I'm simply looking physically. I just want a muscly man to look at. If y'all can have some good men to look at, I want
Austin Theory is a lovely choice for that. That's a beautiful.
That's what I'm saying.
I think if he chooses to wear a Speedo, I think he'll look nice. But he don't have that physique.
Okay, well,
compared to some of these other men.
Well, then that's okay. Jackson, do what you do, boo. Do what you do, boo.
Yeah.
It's good.
Reed, what do you think?
What are you, Jackson? About?
When in doubt, pass the ball to me.
Pass it around.
Literally.
Okay, so I like him. I did have to like read up about him a bit more. Initially, I didn't really know what to think, but yeah, the wrestling. I think, but like you said, like both of you said, I think it could be an interesting storyline of like when is he Jackson the person versus Jackson the wrestler. I think his wrestling background will obviously, I think it does help him win the challenges with the physique. And also he's probably going to be in a lot of confessionals and he's probably going to kill it because he knows the humor and the timing. I definitely think like if he steamrolls with a bromance, I can totally see that happening. If he gets cut around the merge, I can see that happening too. But we have had super pro-y types who have a phenomenal social game to compensate for that threat level, and they make it very far. So he could be one of those. If his social game is like excellent, he could be able to overcome that physical threat thing or the wrestling thing.
And he is on a starting tribe with both Harry and Simon. So I think the bromance potential is quite strong.
Yeah.
Okay. How many episodes will it take, Brooke? I'm asking you because I know you know this. How many episodes will it take for him to cut a promo in his confessional?
2.
Period.
1.
That's what I was doing.
1.
2 or 3. Now, it does depend on how. Now, with the note that with Australian Survivor, if he ends up getting purpled, the episode he gets booted. Not purpled. 2 or 3. Max.
He's cutting the promo.
I'm saying 1.
2.
I'm saying 1 episode. I am not even going to give them or him a chance to breathe. That he's going to do it episode 1.
He cut
First
the promo.
confessional.
First
confessional.
Sure. I'm for sure he's cutting the promo at some point in this game.
Oh, obviously.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's either going to be he pops up once and that's his boot episode, or he's going to be popping alongside the other massive voices on the season. Like there's basically no between.
But
That's it.
all right, Brooke.
Well,
Don't let me down,
how
bro.
a lot of my choices this round have been taken. I have had to reshuffle my deck and look at the people that I have left. I had like 6 tabs open, and every time somebody was getting taken, I would delete their tab and just move on to my tab. So from my last pick until now, there have been a grand total of 6 choices. Since then, I have closed 3 tabs. So that tells you how lucky I've been getting in this draft at this point. However, out of the 3 people I have left that I'm debating between, the person that I am the highest on, last time I drafted this archetype, it did not turn out very well. But I'm optimistic that maybe this time will be different because I don't think that she should have went home when she did. So I'm going to be drafting Lindy.
Is it Lindy or Lindell?
No.
Is it Lindell or
I think
Lindy?
it's Lindell.
Is it
Lindell?
Okay, Lindell. Okay, sorry. I thought it was an I. Lindell.
No, you're fine. I also thought it was Lindy at first, but no, I believe Lindell.
Lindell. Keen. We are keen on Lindell. That
Yes,
is where
it's
we're
Lindell.
at right now.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Beautiful. She's gorgeous. She looks like
Oh.
Linda Evangelista. She's a model.
He is a model.
Here's one.
Correct.
She is a model. She has the best
She's a
promo
model.
this season. Let's just give it to
Oh
her.
my God.
The best
She also
promo of this season.
She's the best outfit of this season.
Yeah.
Minus Blanche.
Yeah.
Minus Blanche.
I would like to note this face, like this, like you cut her off from the neck up. This is Liz. That's just who this is. This is just Liz.
Yeah.
I mean, worse people to be
Yeah.
compared against.
They're
I'll be real.
twins. Yeah, they're pretty much twins.
They're twins. She She's a poker player. We've seen how well a poker player did on Aussie last time, so it's giving vibes. I just think, she's gonna be someone to watch out for. And like I said the same thing about Candy, and look at what happened there. But you never know. You never know. And I think she's gonna. That face just terrifies me. If I see that smirk on the island, I want to work with it. Because if I go against it and I miss, oh dear God, I'm screwed. My side. You're coming to my side. Actually, no, I'm going to your side. Better idea, even back. I'm going to your side.
Well, I mean, Lyndall was quite high on my list because we saw how well Kate did last season. And and they fit in a very similar archetype. Yes, your drafting of Candy didn't work out quite well. I think I drafted Kate or whoever drafted Kate. Kate did quite well. And I think pretty blonde model girl with a lot of smarts always consistently does well on Australian Survivor. I think this is quite a strong pick. She was very high up on my list, I have to say. I was quite impressed with Lyndall going through her bio here. I like that she's a poker player. I like that she's got a lot of these skills. She's very internationally worked. She's done a lot of global campaigns. She's got a lot of really, really strong skills. I think she's going to be someone to really beat. And hey, anyone that can beat Mel Gibson at poker, I think you've got someone great on your hands, Brook.
Anybody watch Glee?
Yes.
She looks like Kitty from Glee.
Yep.
She does.
I've been staring at her picture and I'm like, looks like Kitty from Glee. But
she sure does.
She was also very high on my list too. I was literally thinking about picking her next. And I was just like, that's why I said, do me proud, Brook, don't. But you didn't. You took her anyway. So I will adjust. But it's okay. I'm not that mad. But good choice. I agree with you. The whole Kate of it all, this archetype, the pretty blonde model. She has a boyfriend who was on The Bachelor Australia, so people might know who she is for real. So I don't know. I feel like she could be somebody who the guys would want to keep around because she's pretty to look at, and she seems like she's fit, like she'll be able to, do some challenges and help out with the team or whatever. And she might be smart because a lot of people like to say models are dumb, but models are smart. And I think she was somebody I was looking at. So good choice. Ree, what you think about this one?
So it's kind of difficult because I barely saw her in any of the promos. So if I barely see someone in the promos and I don't get a feel of them at all, I sadly do have to put them at the bottom, unless there are people that I just don't like. So it's more because, unfortunately, where was she? I had to literally look which one is it? And I'm kind of frustrated by that because she could be really good. Like you also mentioned Kate as an archetype, potentially a Liz, but the promos aren't giving her anything. So I'm just going to say, I hope the episodes will give her more than these promos did, because that was so little. It was just, okay. I love the outfit, and she does look like the archetype that does well. So why is she not in these promos?
That's scary. Jack.
Yeah, she was also pretty high on my list. Just kind of that completely no one would see her coming kind of archetype. She has a really good game brain with her. Just generally having a poker brain in this game is either really good or really bad. And she felt like the type of person who'd be underestimated and be able to use it really well. I am afraid that this is basically either, someone sees that she's really useful and brings her in, or Someone gets slightly threatened by the fact that a woman is doing slightly good. As such, she's sent home immediately. There's basically there are two worlds, and I'm very afraid of which one she's going to land in.
Absolutely.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Lana.
We're back to me. Cool. So I'm going to go. Look, I'm not going to beat around the bush here. I'm going what I know, what I like, and I'm going what I think is either Aisha or Aisha.
Damn it.
Yep.
That is who I would like.
You're down to one tab.
Real sorry.
So I will now reveal Lana.
That is who you picked. I knew that was who you picked. I knew that was who you thought I was going to pick because Logan apparently thinks I'm going to always pick the person of color, which I do most of the time.
That is not why I thought you were going to pick her.
Why did you think I was going to pick her?
Because this girl can easily win this season, point blank.
I mean,
she is very, very capable. Like, I think I'm quite excited for her.
I picked her because for two reasons. One, because she's a person of color, and that's what I was going to do if I could. I didn't know if she was going to come back around. I knew I took a risk by picking Simon first because I didn't know if I was going to get her to come back around to me. But it was something about her. She's an actress, and we all know an actress knows how to turn it on and turn it off when they need to. And I was like, I can see her acting like, oh, I am so weak. Oh, I can't do. And then be playing the fool out of some people. So I was excited about her being an actress. I was like, I don't know, I kind of like that. And I do think she's capable of winning this game. I do think she's capable of just. I had some hesitancy though because be real. This is a Survivor Australia. This is Australian Survivor, and they don't do well with the people of color and with the.
They don't let Black women succeed. Period.
Indigenous women do. They don't do that. I don't know. I know I'm a black screen. Yeah. No, I'm not. I don't know. I just like her. I just like her. And that's just it. I just like her so very much. And that's it.
I do too. I think a lot of the things that we talked about with Lyndall, with Brook's pick, can be easily translated over here to Aisha. She's also a model, and she talked about coming from a very a line of very strong Black women, and she's also a proud Wiradjuri woman, which I think is phenomenal. Thank you, Australian Survivor, for casting more Indigenous representation. We finally love to see it. No, I think she has some great social skills. I think she's going to have a really great combination of social and strategic prowess. Could we be looking at the next, I don't know, Natalie Anderson, maybe? And I would like to see it. I think she's quite lovely.
Yeah. We'll see Lana back in a minute, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, she was one of my next two picks if I had my choice, but here we are. I think she has a lovely disposition. I think her, I value a lot of like the basic social skills when I'm drafting for Survivor, and she had a lot of those markers in her interview. She seems confident. She seems, excited, and I think both of those things typically bode well when you're on Survivor. It's just because Aussie has such a bad history with women of color specifically. For a draft, I had to think about that a little bit. I wish I didn't have to. I wish I could just go into a season of Aussie like I do a season of US and be like, okay, all of these people have a pretty good shot. Like on paper. But if she does someone has to break the trend at some point. So there you go. Hopefully she'll break the trend.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I am really rooting for her. I think she has a great understanding of the game. I want to see her do extremely well. I also understand this is Australian Survivor and she could be shot out of the game for literally no reason other than, oh, I didn't like that one comment that she said. And suddenly that's like the big talk of the town and she's gone in 2 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, let's go to my next pick. Or is it somebody else's turn?
No, I just want to add, I like her a lot, and yeah, she seems like they put a lot of emphasis on her background, on like she's strong physically, mentally. I also saw a bit of a funny, goofy side that can really help to like warm herself up to other people. Obviously, if they let her. Unfortunately, I have to add that, like you all mentioned. Well, yeah, like in a vacuum, I think she's a very beautiful and really good pick, and I don't see why she wouldn't be doing well.
Right. Agreed. So for my next pick, I am going to pick Cameron.
Good.
Cameron is an MMA fighter. And he's also another person of color. So I'm like, oop, I get to get them both. Period. Period. Because maybe that's what I wanted. And he's good. He's good looking. I was like, okay, Cameron, I see you. Period. Yeah, I'm excited to see, him on the beach, no shirt. I'll see what that MMA body look like. I'm excited. But also, I don't know. I wanted another person on my draft pick who I feel like will do really well in these challenges, will be a good asset to the team. And, maybe he'll get in a bro alliance too. Who knows? I'm never putting that past any of the bros in this game. So, yep, Cameron's my pick.
He's also British, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Which, correct me if I'm wrong, is this the first British contestant we've had on Australian Survivor? I do believe so.
I want to say. I can't think of anybody else.
And the only outside of and we didn't have anybody there wasn't anybody from Survivor UK to draft for versus the world, so there you go. Yeah, he was on my list too. He was somebody I was considering out of my new group of people that I was pulling up in case Lana drafted both of my remaining 2 tabs. Yeah, he's really interesting. I really like his the way he visually looks from the neck up, because he has he has a gentle smile, right? Mm-hmm. And that's really good, especially for his, I'm assuming, very physically fit archetype if he's an MMA fighter. Being able to balance all of that and not come across as, a lot of the problem that a lot of the big muscular guys have when they come on Survivor is that they always just have this look of intimidation on their face. Having a gentle face helps with that so much. And I think that's going to help him a lot too. And I don't know if he still has the British accent, but if he does, I hope so.
I hope so. I hope so.
We're on the same wavelength, Lana. Looking at you, looking at me.
I'm over here too. Thanks.
I hope.
Bree and I are down here over here too.
Yeah,
we're not excluding. We're not excluding. You just didn't say it.
Yeah. Very beautiful.
Yeah. I'm gonna just try and move on other than he's hot, because he is. But I want to give him more credit. I'm just trying my best here.
No, he's hot.
I will say that he was very much one of my choices as well. So this sucks to see him go because he would have been probably my next choice. But once again, any sort of like MMA fighting, that kind of stuff, very much sparring is not just a physical game. It is a very interesting mental sport of trying to figure out exactly what your opponent's about to do, catching it in time, knowing what options you have. There's a lot of stuff here that I think he can be a strategic mastermind in this game and have no problem. And he's going to be absolutely fine in the physical department. So as long as he can get through a couple rounds and make some good allies, he's going to have no problems whatsoever.
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah, I have one positive thing to add is that when talking about the bro thing and like a bro alliance, he would be like the sweet bro. Like the one that gives the good hugs. And if you are crying because you miss your mom so much, he will be hugging you and lifting your spirits. And you can also cheer him up when he's missing his mom, because he's also playing for his mom, I believe. Yeah. And yeah, he would be just the teddy bear that like everyone loves.
He's the bridge. He's the bridge between the bros and the girlies. Like he will. Or the bros and the people who are like the underdogs. He's going to be that bridge, because I'm not sure where he lands in his weight class doing MMA. What if he's the underdog in the MMA world? Like, people always underestimate him. I don't know.
So his track record in the MMA is not great.
See?
But you don't have to be good to be able to do it.
Right. It's sometimes you're not the best, but it's the grit and the scrappiness that keeps you going, which makes you great. So he might be considered underdog. So maybe he looks at underdogs like, I like the underdog.
Yeah, and it's interesting to me when you have somebody who is this physically fit and they say that their biggest strength is their ability to connect with people. Like that hits me pretty hard. And it was something I was really considering on the re-up. He's also a youth worker. Like, he's got a lot of really good traits. The only thing I'm worried about is if he's going to be able to actually play a strategic game. That is my only concern. Which for Survivor, that's a pretty big hurdle if you can't do it.
I will say he is also starting on the same tribe as a lot of these bigger bro types. So he is on the tribe with Simon, with Harry, and with Jackson.
Meat Trey
I'm, you know,
beefy boys.
Maybe it happened. I don't know.
Boys.
Are we gonna have another mate?
On that note, we need to move on from the fact that he's hot, everyone. Brook!
Well, this was tough because there was somebody that I had left from my original groups, but then I looked around again and I saw somebody who kind of piqued my interest a little bit more. You know, they have a really interesting life, an interesting history. And I always like people like that because they bring their experience into the game and you never really know what you're going to get out of them. So I went with Faith. I'm going to go with Faith.
Okay. I love that pick.
Yeah.
I love this pick. Yeah.
Faith's family was like a traveling folk band when she was a child. So her words, she describes it as life in a gypsy caravan, which is really interesting to me. I love that like mindset. She's also a chef. And if I have learned anything from watching chefs on a variety of reality shows over the year, they get shit done.
They do quite well.
And they usually do pretty well, unless you're Chef Joe on Big Brother, in which case you're a floater. But you never really know. And with everything, you know, she has the only thing that does concern me a little bit is the empathy going to be there? Because one of the standout lines from her promo stuff is, I don't really have fears. I think fear is for weak people. No, I don't like weak people. So prepare to be voted out. If you play weak, you're out the door. But at the same time, that just means she's going to cut your throat. And I appreciate a woman who knows how to cut a throat. So I am delighted to welcome her to Team Brook. There will be some lovely colored T-shirts off in the corner that you can grab.
This ain't the voice. What the hell are we doing over here? Like,
everybody's gonna hold up their Reba McEntire hands.
I'm just gonna hit my Ariana Grande. Thank you. Next button.
There you go. Yeah, Team Brook welcomes Faith, and we'll see if putting faith in her was the right move.
Period.
It was
my version of the Ariana Grande thank you next button.
Thank you.
Next.
Faith was someone that was high on my list as well. I can't lie. She did just read to me as someone who would be able to naturally grab on and gravitate to people properly. And I hadn't read much into her. I think being from both a musical background where you literally have to entertain people for a living and a chef background where you literally have to serve people for a living, she kind of knows what she has to do in order to just kind of like give people what they need. And she can absolutely use that as a weapon. So I want to see how she does.
Great choice.
Good choice.
Great gowns, beautiful gowns.
Yeah.
Carry that.
Yeah. I think if she just saves the cutthroat talk for her confessionals and acts as you think she is with the other people, she'll be fine.
I agree.
That is
Just has to make sure they don't see her as cutthroat player that she can be.
It's going to be the management of, Faith being the player that she wants to be versus the perception of how people are seeing her as that player. That's going to be the biggest thing for her. And if she can manage that, I think she'll be fine. If she lets too much of that slip through the cracks, she's going to get found out very quickly. And if she doesn't, then, she's going to get, I unfortunately could see her get voted out too early because I could see her being a too fast, too hard kind of player. But I do really like her, and I'm intrigued to hear more about her personality. I don't think it's a bad pick by any means of the imagination. I think she's a bit of a glass cannon pick.
You never know, and I like having at least one glass cannon on my team usually because sometimes
There's
the
nothing
cannon
wrong with
hits.
that.
You never know.
Nothing wrong with that. Jack, you have Johnson and Jackson. There's no one else on the cast with son in their name.
There's another J. There's not.
No, but there is someone I thought was part of like a specific reality TV family, and then I found out they weren't. But then I was hooked by everything else.
Oh.
So I picked Eliza.
Ooh, fun. Yes, yes.
She has this kind of personality of like, I'm going to wreck house. I know how to be a badass woman. I'm going to run through you like a freight train, and there's nothing you can do about it. She's already been a survivalist for most of her life. She literally is an author and historian about just like badass women. And there's no other way of putting it. I just want to see her girl boss her way through this game. There's no other option. Look at that. Look at that face. Look at that confidence. I'm there. I'm here for the delusion. And like whatever happens, happens.
Can we make her an honorary member of the family Riley? Because her last name is Riley. So can we just move her in? Because I really thought she could be related to Rachel and Alyssa, honestly.
Yeah.
I want to hold off because I need her to be able to live up to the Riley sister. I will hold that, but I will hold it. She's under consideration because she got to show me in this series that she could actually be a Riley sister. Because I don't want to just throw anybody Riley up there. Because
that's fair.
And she just not even. She don't give us nothing.
Hey.
What does she get up there and be like? Blah, blah. I would say one thing about the Riley sisters, boring they were not. So she gonna have to give. She gonna have to give.
And I think at the very least, she's got the survivor skills where
Mhm.
I don't think she'll be boring, and she's got the beauty to be
Yeah, she's
a
gorgeous.
Riley sister. So I think at the very least, we're working with some great base.
Good
elements to
foundation.
start.
Good foundation. Good
She will
start.
have completed the Riley sister trio of competing on Big Brother, Survivor, and Amazing Race, even though it's, Australian Survivor, but still, it counts.
It
It
counts.
can
Rachel Riley's
count
about
if
to
we
do it
need
herself. Rachel's going to do it herself. It's okay.
Rachel
Yeah.
Riley will never go on Survivor.
She already
gonna get-
applied. She applied and is wanting to do it.
She said she wants to do it.
it.
Oh, she wants to
After she
do
got
it.
done with Big
Oh,
Brother,
I
people
thought
were
it would have been
asking her-
Alyssa before Rachel anytime.
Oh, I can
After-
see Rachel before
after
Alyssa.
after she got done with this last season of Big Brother, people were asking her if she was going to do the complete the circuit. And she's like, I mean, if Survivor wanted me to go, I would. Like, I think it'd be fun. And then Jeff saw
Please,
that
for the
and he
love
was
of God, I
like,
would love to revisit
apply. Just apply, Rachel. And Rachel applied and posted a picture of her
Period.
completed application on
Period.
social.
Could you
So,
imagine?
Rachel
Could you
Riley,
imagine
Survivor
walking
51.
up to? Could you imagine walking up to Survivor 51 and just Rachel Riley being there, being like, "I thought I was just signing up for a normal season of Survivor, and then all of a sudden Rachel Riley is here." Like, baby.
Yeah.
But for Eliza, I have to say, I think we're gonna see her. She describes herself as bold, brash, playful, and an exuberant poodle of a person.
Okay.
I think we're gonna be just fine with her personality. I'm excited for her. This is a good pick.
I'm just going to say the only reason I did not draft her, I did consider her. I read the word author and I ran in the other direction. They never do
fair.
well. They always show up and we think there's a chance and then they go home like fifth. And like, again, someone will eventually break the trend. Until the trend is broken, I'm not touching them with a 10-foot pole. I am superstitious and it ain't happening. It's like, it's author and doctor. If I see either of those professions on Survivor, I bolt.
Hey, why did Pretty Good?
Yeah.
Sure.
Why did Pretty Good on Brains versus Brawn? She got fifth.
Sure.
Who's saying Eliza can't? Shout out to Why. One of my favorites. I love her. Bring her back. Where's her redemption story? Actually,
Well, what we're hearing is we need another season of like a full returning season for redemption, and that this was a weird twist you use on full returning
I
players.
need a full redemption season of all women. That's what I need.
Ooh.
There are 24 women that deserve a shot at redemption. I need all ladies redemption. That's what I want.
Just make Jackie one of them, and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and make Y another one.
Word.
Yeah.
I think this is a great choice, honestly. Not
Yeah.
mad at it. All right, well, should we move? Read?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm switching my next picks. I'm switching them up.
Ooh.
My next two picks, I think I'm going for the second person now.
Okay.
I picked Paula.
Oh, I'm kind of mad at you,
That
Reed.
hurt a little bit.
I'm mad.
That hurt a little bit.
God damn it, Reed.
Oh no!
That hurt a
It
little
really
bit,
appealed to me.
Reed.
Oh no!
That's okay.
I really liked Paula.
Right. That
Yeah.
hurt a little bit. That yeah. She was there. She was there.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all right.
I think she had the very first thing I watched today for promo material was about people talking about their outfits, and it started with Paula, and she sums up her entire outfit and why it's so useful and like, oh, my favorite color, and I love the combo of her top and her bottoms, which also have a little bit of orange in it. She shows off her Crocs. She's going to Survivor on Crocs. Like she had a whole checklist. I thought that was fun, and her personality really showed. She looked like very bubbly, very likable, and she also had a very interesting story. I think it was her where she was almost on a season of Survivor 7 years ago,
7 years ago.
but
Yeah.
had to drop out because of surgery. And that's her redemption story.
Wow.
I hadn't even clocked that.
I did.
So that was, I think it was in her bio or something, but that appealed to me immediately because obviously she knows how to sell herself. Otherwise, you wouldn't have almost made it onto a previous season. I think that would be 2017 or the first Champions versus Contenders.
I think that would have been Champs versus Contenders.
Yeah.
So and maybe in the Shawnee archetype, if it's like Champions versus Contenders. But I think she just looks very likable, friendly, fun. Someone who's very social. I think she was also a pet vet, so a veterinarian. So I hope she also has the skills to do that, to be caring and sweet and nurturing towards people. Because if she does, I think she'll fit in just fine.
Yeah, Ree's the one that's made me pissed off today, y'all. Yeah, Paula was in my top 5, and I genuinely thought that everyone was just gonna sleep on her, and I was gonna be able to get her in my next 2 picks. But I'm quite impressed by Paula. I think as well, she spent 10 years dealing VIP poker tables, and that's a great skill to have on a show like this. She has a great ability. She's also trained in international customs. She has a great ability in reading body language. I think she is primed for a game like this. She's been waiting 7 years to do this. I think she is.
He's ready.
Great pick, Ree.
You remember earlier how I mentioned Pastor Daniel was the Kelsey Ballerini version of Logan coding? I would like to present to you the Angelina Keeley version of Logan coding.
Correct.
Where I can look at a picture and say, yep, Logan's going to love this.
Yep.
And you know what? I love it too. She was the other person I was debating between grabbing a minute ago and not. I didn't think she would come back around to me. I just personally preferred picking Faith, but I will say picking Paula here, I get it. Like, this makes sense to me. I also love that she has a scrunchie. Like, maybe that's just me, but seeing that scrunchie on her is like, I'm sorry. Anytime I see a woman roll up with a scrunchie, I'm just like, okay, this girl is ready to go and throw down. She's
about business.
She is here for business. Okay. But it's that, and then like she just seems again. She gentle body language, lovely. Like the way she presents herself in this promo picture is really great. She's gonna make a deep run. I have a feeling if she can get in with the right people, she's gonna make a deep run. Now the question is, will she win or will she end up getting like 6th? Which is what typically what happens to this archetype is they make a really deep run and then their alliance cuts them at like 5th or 6th. But I mean, hey, we've had women and I mean people in general buck that trend that have this archetype. So we shall see.
Christy.
We shall see. Great choice. She was definitely there. I was looking. I didn't think she would get back to me, but I was like, just you just gotta put out a hope of hopes. But yeah, I was with you, Logan. I was like, maybe they'll sleep on her. Maybe they will sleep on her. But
I had
some
hope, but
No.
we love that Ricky pissed you off today and not Jack. I love that.
I was gonna say, yeah.
The entire crew.
Unfortunately, it came back towards me, so someone else had to piss off Logan today.
Wow.
Hey, welcome to the club. I think everyone here has now done it at least once, so
I'm sure
it was bound to happen eventually. Really,
well,
we
look,
just got it out of the way real quick.
Yeah.
exactly.
All at once.
I'm quite surprised that Mark is still here for me to take. Bye. Absolutely, no question in my mind. I'm taking Mark.
I didn't want him, so
unfortunately, that was my next.
You can have him.
You can have him
the
on my
thing.
lunch.
So Mark and Harry were still on the board for me. Mark is a bit of a safer pick. I ain't touching Harry with a 10-foot pole. Y'all can have him. Nope, I don't want anything to do with the ice cream man. No, thank you. No, ma'am, Pam. No. Mark, on the other hand. Mark, on the other hand, I think of the 4 returners is actually the person that might be able to lay under the radar the most. And I know this sounds kind of bizarre, but I feel like the way the tribes are dealt, like he's on a tribe with Brook. Brook is, in my perception at least, people are going to remember the fact that Brook won 7 individual immunity challenges in one season. I don't know how immediately people are going to remember just how good of a game and games Mark has played. Like, I just don't. I'm not, or game. Sorry, he's only been. This is his second time back. I really, really loved him on Titans versus Rebels. I hated him, and then I loved him, and then I hated him, and I loved him. And I'm curious to see whether I do that again. And I did not think going into this draft I would touch Mark at all. But at this point, I don't know. There's something about him at this point that I think I would be dumb to not pick up. So I don't know if this is, glass cannon material. I'm not quite sure, but I'm going to take Mark.
Yeah, this was my next pick. Basically for the reasons of Mark is a weird case of I don't know how he's going to play on a return. I think he's going to be full of himself. I think he's going to think he can do all these crazy moves because he's watched himself.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, production will allow him and enable him to do all of that by giving him stupid advantages. So I think he's going to go really far. I don't know how much of a chance he actually has at winning compared to the other returnees that they brought back. If any of them have any reason to throw Mark directly under a bus, I think they will. So, like, if this cast is like, we need returnee blood, we need one of these people to go, all 3 of them are going to look at Mark and say, leave. So, yeah. I mean, it is a very risky pick, but I do agree that was probably going to be a really good choice.
I'm just worried for him coming into this. He's out of the people that are competing on this. His original season was the most recent. Granted, Simon's played since then, but like when I look at the field, and it just worries me. Anytime it's a smaller group of returning players, usually don't win. So I didn't want to take him. He's gotten really close before. He got 3rd, and like that's a really good placement. He can play the game. We saw him do it. I just don't know if his opening position on that tribe is in the best spot. And I also think if you have the option to work with Brook or to work with Mark, more people would be more willing to trust Brook than Mark. That's just where I'm at with it.
I think it's at, because I think I agree with you. I think the interesting thing is who is on his starting tribe. Because looking at this cast overall, I think I would agree with you. Looking at who's on his starting tribe, I actually think there may be a good amount of people that may want to work with him immediately, and it might get him through the early part of the tribe portion of the game. I don't know. Mm-hmm. It's a glass cannon pick, but yeah. Ree, what do you think?
So I had him pretty low on my list because. And it's really weird because I maybe it's me. I went in there very excited for Mark to see him again. I was rooting for Mark during his season, but then I read the bio and I watched him in promos, and it felt all of his stuff felt like generic, like the stuff people usually say in these promos, and I'm like it feels like as if he's not completely into it. maybe he's just doing that as part of his plan to not look too much of a threat. I can also see him in eventually be taken out after in an alliance, or maybe if it's Brook versus him, then they prefer Brook. But I can see him also make it further. But my overwhelming feeling was like a little bit of like underwhelmed. So I personally had him a bit low on my list.
That's fair. I think all of that is quite fair. I don't know how this is going to do, but I draft Chaos. And I don't. Okay. So this is my last pick before I get my redemption pick. And there's a lot of great choices on the board. There's actually a lot of really great quality. There's a lot of people that were on my short list that are still available. But there's one person that I have not been able to stop, like, taking a look at their bio, kept going back and, like, reading up on them. And I think his life story is just so interesting. I think he's just... This is a really left field draft pick for me. But I'm going with Dawn.
Stop!
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you why. One, to cause the most amount of chaos possible.
You're not wrong.
Two, I'm the one causing chaos today. Two, his brother is one of my favorite Australian Survivor players of all time in Matt Rogers. I love the way Matt Rogers has played Survivor. I think Matt is one of the best players to never win, in my opinion. I reading on Dawn's bio, I kept going back to him as someone that he was an AFL player. He's been in construction now for many years. He's a country music singer. He talked a lot of, like, his redemption story here is more about, like, stepping out of his dad's and his brother's shadow and, like, establishing his legacy as the Dawn. And I think, like, I don't know, there's something about Dawn I keep coming back to. I also won't lie, he's quite attractive. I'm not gonna lie there. And I just think there's something about him that in the promos and in the bio, I'm riding with Dawn here. I'm riding with Dawn.
He is the Australian country music equivalent of Monica Culpepper, and I'm so fucking angry. This is
Australian Chase Rice.
No, Monica Culpepper. When you look at that bio and you read the section of, I just want this to be about me and I'm ready to step out of my blah, blah, blah shot, that's Monica Culpepper.
Sure.
That's all that
no,
is.
It's Monica Culpepper meets Chase Rice.
Sure. And I'm so damn pissed. So, real talk, this was my number 2 draft choice. And I have been gambling the entire draft because I didn't think anyone was going to pick this man. Real talk, I thought the only person I had to be concerned about was maybe Ree, because I didn't know what Ree's, like, drafting was. I was banking on the fact that this is an older white man that's a country music artist carrying me to a late draft steal. And I gambled a little bit too hard, I suppose. But
Brooke, you should know me well enough. Yes, older white man. But then you add in the daddy factor.
Yeah,
no, not even country music. The daddy factor.
Yes, I am aware. Okay, I've seen some. Never mind. Regardless, beside the point.
You've seen nothing. Move on.
Nope, not doing that right now. Beside the point. I'm irritated. I'm angry. I'm fuming. It's my own fault, but I'm irritated, angry, and fuming.
It is.
This is going to be one either. Now, granted, do I think he's going to win? I don't know. We'll see if he actually has the chops. But I based on that bio, I was so intrigued. So here we go. We'll see what happens. Fuck you, Logan.
Wow.
I'll be honest. I am very afraid that what Dawn is going to do is be like, I have a big shadow to come out under, and he's going to do something crazy and go home first. Like he's going to play these big, massive moves because that's what everyone is known for. And that's going to be his first action. Everyone's going to go, leave. Like it wouldn't shock me if that happens, but I can also see him being able to just like naturally gain favor and ride to the end. Wasn't someone on my radar, but I can see the options.
Yeah.
I went by this man's bio several times, and I came back. I looked at it again, and it was like, nah, maybe. I don't know. And I said, I'm probably gonna get stuck with him because nobody's gonna pick him. I literally said that. I was like, he was one of the people who I was like, I'm probably going to get stuck with him because nobody's going to pick him. And I'm okay with that. Like, I was okay with it. It wasn't like, he wasn't the person I was like, dang, I'm going to get stuck with him. But he was like, if I get stuck with him, okay. I would not be mad at it. So I think this is a good choice. I don't know why I'm surprised, but I am a little surprised. But I'm happy that he wasn't that. So I honestly think he's a decent choice. I'm not that mad at it, honestly. I'm really not. I'm actually like, yeah.
Trying something new. Something new this
Love to see it. Love to see it. I think it's a good choice.
For the record, I'm only conveying about a third of my fury at the moment. I am channeling as much of it as I possibly can. If I mute my mic and my camera in a minute for about 30 seconds, the apropos of nothing, you'll know why. You'll know.
Brooke is screaming into the void.
I mean, you could do so while Ree gives her thoughts on Dawn if you want to. Bye, Brook. Ree, what'd you think?
So because I'm up next anyway. Yeah. He was between the next two people that I wanted to pick because for all the reasons you mentioned, and I love the idea of like stepping out of someone's shadow, and I think I can see him potentially playing too hard, but also I can also see him have a very likable thing. Like if he plays up the dad, look after all of the tribe very well. If he does that side of things, like Matt Rogers was pretty good when he did that kind of godfather thing because he was also very loyal to his people. And so, I definitely see a path for him to do pretty well if he chooses to lean into it and isn't afraid to do the whole old guy thing and like the dead. I had him on my radar too.
It is important to note because we may not realize this. He is the oldest person on the cast. So only by a year. He's only a year older than Blanche. But like at the same time, older men archetype on Australia typically does pretty well. So
they do.
Correct.
They do.
I was gonna say we brought one of them back, so
yep, sure did.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ree, since I took yours and everyone's next pick.
I think I would think this looks more left field. I mostly just thought what I saw of this person, him. I'm picking a guy now. Was pretty funny. I have no idea what he's actually going to do, but for me, I picked Richard.
Interesting, Mr. CEO.
Okay. Yeah,
I was looking at him.
No, he's high. He was high on my list. He was very high on my list.
Yeah, I'm just very interested in what he's going to do. Like he's already making a lot of analogies about like business, he does seem to realize that, Survivor is very different from the boardroom, but also knows that like there are some skills that could translate pretty well. He is also a family man, so he can play that up, and especially with the very much younger contestants, who I can definitely see them drawn to him. And he had like comments like, well, I want to remind myself to be that I'm in business, and to see some professionalism out there. Like he's deliberately wearing the jacket. He seems to have some thought behind what he wants to do. Now, obviously, what someone wants to do isn't always what they end up doing. But yeah.
Necessarily what
Yeah.
you're
Vice versa.
Yeah. Yeah, like I mean, I can see him also just completely blowing up his game right out of the gate. But if he keeps that contained and doesn't look too hyper strategic or like big moves, but just focuses on the social and integrating himself and being like everyone's favorite dad, I can definitely see him do pretty well. So yeah, I'm happy with this pick.
I hope this person, the only thing that drew me away, I hope he doesn't tell folks he is CEO, because if I was on any game and he says, somebody tell me that they are CEO, I'm voting you out first. You are done, because what do you mean you're coming on Survivor to take some money from me when you already make more than you can get from this prize? Absolutely not. So he needs to keep the CEO factor under wraps. He better be a senior analyst in a firm or something. He better be something low entry level person, because if I hear CEO or senior partner or something like that in somebody's firm, I'm voting you out first. But that's just me. I don't know. I was looking at him too, and if he walks around wearing suit jackets on this dang island, I'm gonna scream. I'm literally gonna be like, bruh, what are you doing? Like,
for the record, this was the last person I would have drafted on my list out of everybody on this list.
Absolutely would not put him on my team.
For a couple reasons. One, CEO. Second, he has, and I say this as kindly as possible, I do not know this man. He has the most punchable face I have seen on Survivor in a hot minute. You look at this guy, you want to punch him. I'm sorry.
That little smirk.
It's the smirk. Like, and you can also tell that smirk is put on, but it's also his natural pose. Like, this is his natural face. This is how he looks at people when he talks to them. He also has one of his things in his bio is where he said it's not personal, it's business. If you come into that in Survivor with that mindset, like these are all your clients and like your business people, the only person who's ever made it to the final that has done that and done it successfully is Sherry from Cara Moen. And let's be clear, that is not a good comparison. You don't want that. Queen, love her to death, but you don't want that. Finally, and this might be a little bit of a superstition on me, that green button up, the second I saw that button up, the first person that popped in my head was David Sampson. And like, David Sampson, if you in the world of CEOs on Survivor,
Overthinking.
Anyway,
I'm
here to defend.
Better than I think you will.
I'm here to defend Ree's choice because I actually don't think this is that bad of a choice. I had him fairly high up on my list. I think, I think the CEO factor, does play against him, but I actually think he's got a lot going for him. He's an ultra marathoner. So I think he's got a lot of really, really good in stamina. I think he's going to be really good in challenges. I think he's got enough social skill, and I think I see what you all are saying about, the business side of things. And I that did worry me a little bit, which is why I hadn't drafted him at this point. But he really drove home, like, being a family man. And like, he talked about his story being one about helping other people. like being the loyal corporate servant, being the reliable son, being the dependable friend. Like that's been a big part of his like story. And so now kind of flipping the script and that being part of his redemption story, I think we're going to see him rely on those tenets because that is a core part of who he is. But I think we're going to see him play, or at least attempt to play, a ruthless kind of cutthroat game. But I don't think he's going to be able to execute it because ultimately he does seem like a nice guy. Like he does just give off that nice guy energy. So I don't think this is as bad of a pick. I think we are just so accustomed to very, very cocky CEO type men on Survivor, and especially Australian Survivor. And I think this is one of the first times that we're not necessarily getting that here. I don't know. I could be completely wrong, but I didn't read a whole lot of that, at least from what we're seeing. So I don't think this is a bad pick, especially at this point, Reed.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad pick. I just wouldn't pick it because for me, and this is just this is just a me thing for
Sure.
real. This is a me thing. When I looked at this man's picture and I looked at his profile and he said he was a CEO, and all I saw was this, and this is this Lana thing, this white man looking so smug at me, talking about just knowing he's better than me or thinking he's better than me and calling me sweetheart. Like, sweetheart, calm down. And like,
and
that's
not,
like, that's it's just like,
and he's got some strong women on his starting tribe.
Right,
it's just put up with that shit.
He just feels very much the kind of boss that'll be like, honey, calm down. It's going to be okay, sweetheart. Go get me some coffee. Kind of, I'm the CEO, and that could be not him at all. I could be 100% wrong about this man. I am willing to say that. He could be the nicest guy who loves to help, who's a philanthropist, who does things, who has a great family, who takes care of everybody in his life. He could be the loveliest guy. But this picture is not, look, when we look on dating sites, if this picture came up on your dating site, you'd be like, oops, don't swipe left. Like, no, thank you. But then you find out, oh, he's actually a nice guy and a millionaire. And so you feel stupid afterwards. I'm willing to take the risk of feeling stupid afterwards because I'm swiping left on the picture, but I'm willing to watch him and see him become, and maybe he'll prove me wrong, to be one of the nicest guys in the world.
Fair.
Yeah. I think the money thing could probably be a problem. And like, if he gets like too cocky or even comes across as too cocky, especially with these women on the tribe, there are some ways it could go wrong. There's a reason what is my first pick or my second or my third. But yeah.
Well, fair.
Yeah.
Jack.
To be honest with you, the second I saw CEO, I was like, no, I'm not touching this man. No, I'm good. I've seen this too many times. I'm good. I don't need this in my life. So I will happily let you take this.
So who are you going to take, Jack?
So who I am going to take? As I was flipping through some stuff, I found someone who spoke to me in a way that I was just like, wait, no, you actually have everything that I kind of love. And for me, it's Lottie.
Okay.
She is an artist. She's done a lot. She's done a lot of like art pieces for really famous celebrities. She's also someone who knows how to like keep to herself, know how to like make sure that she can kind of step into the background. And that's kind of what I need to balance out my team at this point. I am basically, this is either someone who goes out first or second or makes a deep run. And I'm betting on the deep run.
Okay.
I mean, she sold some art to Gigi Hadid last year. That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
That's just the energy. I unfortunately didn't have her super high on my list. I think she's gorgeous. I'm excited to get to know her more. I love a fellow artist. Unfortunately for me, like I just think like my vibe of her was just like really cool chick.
Yeah.
And like that's really all I had on Lottie, unfortunately. Like I'm excited to be proven wrong by that. I'm excited to get to know her more. You know, like she's a mom. She has this like really cool boarding school background as well. Like she's got a lot going on. She just gave me really cool chick energy, and it didn't really fit in the higher list on my draft board, but I like the pick.
I like the pick. I think she gave me very much. Agree with you, Logan. Very cool chick, very vibe. You know, she's vibes. She's vibes.
Vibes, definitely.
My only, I feel like she's that cool chick. She's that I'm a girl's girl kind of girl. Like she gonna want to fight the good fight for the girlies, and I fear that is gonna take her out early. I fear that's going to take her out early. I fear that she's going to try to fight the good fight against the wrong boys. Like I don't think she's going to play hard. I feel she's that play hard type girl because she's an artist. She's a free spirit. She works for herself. She don't work for nobody else. She decides what she's going to draw and paint and what her art she's going to make and sell. And she's a businesswoman. On top of that, like I think she is going to come in here having a lot to prove because she doesn't have that job. She's not an athlete. She's not a physically fit type person. So she has to prove her worth. And I think she's going to try to prove her worth by I'm going to take down these big.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Real talk for me. The only reason I didn't take Lottie before this is just I had other people I was higher on. Lottie was somebody I considered, just in general. I think she would be, someone who could do really well in this. My biggest issue is just I don't really know where she's going to fit in, and I don't really know what her head is at long term, and I don't really know if she knows that yet. And I don't really like it when people roll up into Survivor and don't really have a ton of goals in mind. That can be worrisome for me. But if she were to have ended up on my team, I would have been happy. But I think this is a good fit for her. Also, I read her hat and it says "Gimme coffee," and I'm hoping she does not need caffeine to function. It's a relatable problem, but on Survivor it can be a problem. Be a problem.
Period. Bree?
Yeah, I had her low because, like with anyone else that I just didn't really get a good feel of, I just put them at the bottom by default. Like nothing against them, just like I don't know, so I can't really have an opinion yet. I want to see what they're like in episodes. Yeah, Lana, like you said, I can definitely see her be like, she forms a girls' alliance. They're gonna take out the jocks who are being too broy, and she's seen as the one that leads the charge and gets sniped or idled out or anything like that.
Yeah.
Exactly. I just feel that energy from that one. I think the energy is strong. She doesn't want to play with the boys. And so she's going to try to play against the boys. And I'm like, in a game like this, you got to learn to play with everybody who wants to play with you.
Yeah,
I will say she is a boy mom. Like both of her kids are boys. So I'm curious if that will be able to balance out that, because I could see her rolling that direction as far as girl kind of thing. But she is a boy mom, so I'm curious to see where she's going to end up balancing. I think she's also on a really interesting. She's on that purple tribe with like a lot of those really, really strong male personalities. So I'm really curious. Like, I think Lottie could be one of the people that really rides that line. I think her and Cameron could really be two of those people that really ride the line between, you know, a lot of the different factions that could form really easily. So
we'll see. She's a question mark for me.
Yeah.
Brook.
Well, out of our 5 remaining players, I am kind of forced to play the game of which 2 people do I think Lana wants the most? And are any of the 2 people that I think Lana will take people that I want?
There are 6 people left, by the way. Ben, Harry, Keely, Laws, Sally, and Tez.
Oh yeah, sorry, I already X'd one of them out.
And why was it Harry? Moving on.
I'm actually going to be drafting Harry. And I've thought about this. Okay, here's my thing. Do I think he is going to win this game? Honestly, no, I don't. But do I think that if any of the people here are going to be a production's pet besides Simon, it's gonna be Harry? Yes. I don't feel like they're gonna bring him back and not set him up for at least some amount of success. Do I think he has a chance of making it all the way to the end and winning? Honestly, no, not really. But I also know that if he somehow does that, and I had the opportunity to draft him here and I didn't, I would feel really stupid. We've seen him play this game and play it really well. And we've also seen people come back to a game like this with a massive target on their back and somehow make it almost to the end. We don't like him that much, but George literally did that on Heroes versus Villains, albeit with some assistance from production. Let's just say that. So here, I just feel like taking Harry just makes sense. And, you know, he's not the ice cream man anymore. He's a dietitian now. So we'll see if that changes anything for him, too.
I didn't want nothing to do with this man in the draft, but I'm happy to see him back.
Good for you, Brooke. Good choice for you.
There is a reason that a returnee went this far into the draft untouched. That's basically all I'm going to say. He's absolutely going to receive bullshit advantages during this season. And yeah, no, I mean, I was probably going to grab him on the way back just if no one had, for the simple fact that he was going to be rigged for. If he was going to be rigged for, I'll happily take it. But like, that would be a last choice decision. There's no joy in taking him from me.
That's so funny.
He's not like problematic, right?
No, he's just not a great Survivor player. Well, no, he is a good Survivor player. He's just too good of a Survivor player.
I mean, again, that's what we said about George, and it worked out.
And George hasn't won.
Yeah, but George came damn close. And when we look at the people that are on the season, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but out of the 6 remaining choices, who do I feel like I have seen play, who has the most potential to do well on a season of Survivor? The answer is Harry.
The returner that's left in our draft pool.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Taking Mark, but I'll take Harry.
Beautiful gowns. Beautiful gowns.
Beautiful gowns. Lovely gowns.
Lovely gowns.
Any other thoughts on the former ice cream man?
No,
anyone?
Good on you.
Selling diet ice cream.
I don't want diet ice cream. Reese said I don't want diet ice cream.
I love the cat shirt. The cat shirt is lovely.
And like, ultimately, he is pretty. So he'll be nice to look at, but you know, that's all. I'm not complaining either.
Well, we're to me now. My last 2 choices. And I'm so happy because I was worried about not getting these people because I'm like, they're gonna go. They're gonna go. But I'm picking Ben.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wanted Ben. I was very surprised Ben made it back around.
He almost didn't.
I'm pretty sure. But yeah, artist. I don't know. I just like the look of him. I just like the look of this man. I don't know what it is. I just think I like it. I don't know. I feel like he could. do pretty well in this. Yeah.
You always bet on the AFL player.
Hello. He can bro it out. He's an artist too, as well, so he can be very, he can talk to people. Maybe be very social. I don't know. I just like him. I'm shocked he came back around, but yeah, I want Ben.
So I almost picked Ben. I was between Mark, Don, and Ben. Was where I was at with my last two picks. I think Ben is a phenomenal get at this point. His bio is really, really cool. I love that he played in the AFL, and then after getting delisted, moved into a role. He's now an Indigenous talent lead. So he now works with Indigenous talent for the AFL, which I think is fucking phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
He's also very pretty. And I'm really quite intrigued by him. I think he's positioned in a really interesting spot. He's got a lot of really interesting personalities on his starting tribe as well. He's on that green tribe. So I'm curious where he's gonna fall. Because that is, I think, the older of the two tribes. But there are it's either like people are older or people are younger, and he does fall in that younger camp. So I don't know if that will immediately be a division, but I'm really intrigued to see how Ben does.
Yeah, I wasn't super high on Ben after reading his bio. I like his story. I like what he's been able to do with his life and how clearly he is a multi-talented individual and was able to transition from like a truly physical role to like a purely social position in the same field. And that's very impressive. But I read the phrase consistently hampered by injuries, and that makes me worried about how reckless he might be in a situation like this. And also, medical evacuations do happen, people. Let's not forget that. So, I'm not going to, to be clear, not manifesting that for this man. I honestly hope it doesn't happen. But it did give me a little tinge of worry that I was like, maybe I'll let someone else have him and then, see what happens. But I don't think he's a bad choice by any means. I was just not willing to take this risk personally.
Understood.
When I was looking for that kind of brawnier guy, it was between Jackson and Ben. I did consider Ben very early on, but then I just read some stuff and I was like, I'm going to just go with Jackson and just let this ride out. I don't think I would have grabbed him on the run back either. It's too much of a risk. And I feel like he's just going to get outshined by players that are already on this season that kind of fill his archetype.
Fair.
Bree?
So I like him. And I did have him. I did have my eye on him a bit, but I think my thing that held me back from was a little bit like he might be that person that is a bit too loyal once he finds his crew. Like he might struggle a bit too much with cutting people when he has to, because this person is like his best friend or someone who is really bonded with. So he might just struggle a little bit with that. And that was the feeling, because he's so nice and like a really big heart, and he does his representation and he's very likable. Like sometimes those people are also they struggle when they have to just lock in and make a big move and make that tough decision. So that was my only thing that held me back. But I like him, and I think it is a good pick overall.
And for my last pick, I feel I've been looking at this person, been going, I would look, I would pass him, I would come back and I would look again, I would pass him again, and I would come back again. And I just can't not get them, because for some reason, they speak to me, and I don't know why. but I'm picking Loss.
All
Mm, yeah.
Oh, that makes me happy.
I do. I just want her
Yay.
to be so cute and fun and quirky, but in the best way possible. I just I have looked at her and I was like, nah. But then I read her bio. She's a survivalist. And so she got some skills. I don't know if she's gonna last. I don't care if she lasts. I just like her. For something about her just made me go, I like this lady. I don't know why I like this lady, but I do. And her glasses are cute. So I just like her. And look, she's a survival and outdoors enthusiast. So being out on this island is not going to, spook her. She's not going to be freaked out by anything. She took part in a bushcraft training course in the Tonga. Like, hello. I think people can underestimate her, and she's going to shock a lot of people with her knowledge and her skills. And so I'm just like, I like her. I like her. I want her on my team.
Lana, I appreciate you making this next choice easier for me because she was one of the two people I was debating between for my last choice. Secondly, I read her bio and I was like, this is an archetype we don't really see on Australia very often. This feels like something I would see on US Survivor. And on US Survivor, this archetype, they eat this game up more often than not.
Julie, Chrissy, she fits
I was
right
going
into
to
that.
say
Liz.
Three.
We talk about Suri now in a very different light. If you remember her from Panama, remarkably similar profile.
I would disagree, honestly. I think this is Suri with survival skills.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like when we're talking about why she's doing this and what she wants to do.
Oh yeah,
it was pretty similar to Suri when we were talking about Panama. And I love reading her story about, I am so determined to go on Survivor that I'm going to go spend a week training in bush skills in Tonga. And then I'm going to maroon myself alone for 3 days to see if I can actually do it.
Do it.
Oh, yes.
Love her.
And also, that is going to help her get over I'm not going to call her old because she's not even old, but the older woman role. That can be the hurdle, is what are they going to bring? She is going to bring survival skills to this beach, and I think that is going to be a massive boon to her and her game. The only reason I didn't take her is because the older women stigma on Survivor, it can be a little hard to get over, but at the same time, I just really like her, and I hope she does really well.
Me too.
I had Laws so high on my draft board. I was really I'm so happy that you grabbed her, Lana. I'm happy she didn't go last because I really her and her kids live in the Mangakotukutuku Valley in Aotearoa. They live in the wild, essentially. She's got so many of these incredible skills. She talked about the passing of her father being part of the reason why she was very, very determined to play Survivor. And that being part of her redemption alongside being part of a really being broken after her divorce, caring for her daughters, having this resilience. There's so much about Laws that I just absolutely love. I think if she can make it past the early part of this game, I think she's got all of the skills necessary to do well.
Yeah, where Blanche fits into the mother stereotype, Laz to me reads as the cool aunt you can get wine drunk with and just talk about anything. That's kind of how I feel like she's going to come off, a very, I can talk to, we can just talk about anything. It doesn't really matter. You're good with me. Let me help you out. And then she's going to stab you in the back. She was very much on my radar of someone I was going to pick this round. I probably should have swapped her out for my previous pick, but I mean, I can't do much now.
Bree, what about you? Where's your head at?
Yeah, I can see that actually, the distinction between these two archetypes. Because I had her pretty high on my list, but I was worried I would be picking two people from the exact same archetype after Blanche. So I did hold off and opted to go for other people. But yeah, I think she's a really good pick, especially if indeed she manages to be a little different from Blanche and like be more that cool auntie. Obviously, she has so much resilience, especially in her story. Like I can totally see that really go down well with the jury, who seems to be very empathetic, especially because the cast also leans a little bit older. So I'm not as worried she dead on arrival as sometimes happens, but the cast is very young, and then you have like a quote unquote older woman. So yeah, I think it's a really good pick, and I love it. And I hope she also makes it past these first few boots. I really do, because she seems so likable. And great TV, both entertaining and as an inspirational, very personable person to the audience.
Well, my last choice, I'm going to be doing something similar to what Lana's been doing. I've had this person on my board for a minute, and I keep on looking at their bio, and then I just pass them up for somebody else that I think about, and I'm like, okay, this is probably a better choice. And I'm kind of gagged they're this low. I'm pretty shocked by it, to be honest with you. But out of the available choices, I'm going to be drafting Tez. I think that is...
Yep.
Yeah, I think it makes no sense. Now, I get why he's this low. Based on that bio, you read, he isn't concerned about ruffling a few feathers, and I'm betting that turned at least two people in this call off. But, you know, the way he talks about it, he's really a social human being. He's, you know, he's a marathon runner, so he's going to be physically fit. He's kind of, and he's a criminal law student. Like, he's got a lot of things on his side that maybe might get overlooked. And I'm hoping that this is the exact outfit I want this man to wear in the game. I don't want you to tell a single damn person you are a criminal law student. You tell them that you are a pizza delivery boy and you move on with your day, because they will buy it, sir. Because he doesn't look like he's a criminal law student. Right, he looks like he's a pizza delivery boy, no shade, but like he has like a very unassuming face. Play yourself down and like use that to your advantage. I think it's gonna work out really well for you. And I could see him going deep. I could see it. I do think that he is going to be a risky person to grab because he is not afraid to ruffle feathers, or should I say rustle feathers, like rustling leaves. We'll see where he goes. And I think out of the three options, he was by far the best one left, in my opinion.
Remember when you said something, Brook, about somebody having a punchable face? That is the reason I passed this man up every single time. Because every time I saw that look on that man's face, I was like, punch. I just want to punch him. It just he just had it. And no, he doesn't look like a criminal law student or anything. He looks like to me, I was like, is he still in college? He looks like a frat boy, probably. Yeah. He looks like a frat boy. He looks like the kind of frat boy who I'll be like, oh, every time I see him on campus, I'm like, oh, he just get on my nerves because he gonna have something smart to say, and you just be like, Tez, he talk too much. He get on my nerves. Like, I can't stand Tez. He the dude that you be like, he probably will do really well in life, and he'll have a great job and a great life when he get out of college. But he just, he just has it. And no, he doesn't have a punchable face. He just has a punchable face. And he just has it. And no, he doesn't have a punchable face. He just has a punchable face. And he just has it. And no, he doesn't have a punchable face. He just has a punchable face. And he just has it. And no, he doesn't have a punchable face. He just has a punchable face. And he just has it. And no, he doesn't have a punchable face. He just has a punchable face. And he just has it. And no, he doesn't have a punchable face. He just has it. And no, he doesn't have a punchable face. He just has it. And no, he doesn't have a punchable face. He just has it. And no, he doesn't have a punchable face. He just has it. And no, he doesn't have a punchable face. He just has it. And no, he doesn't have a punchable face. He just has it. And no, he doesn't have a punchable face. He just has it. And no, he doesn't have a punchable face. He just has it. And no, he doesn't have a punchable face. He just has it. And no, he doesn't have a punch I don't want to be in his orbit. I don't want to be in his circle of friends because they all named. He got a friend named Chad and a friend named Brad and a friend named Mikey D, who they all just sit around and just throw it out and like, yeah, no, I just passed this man. Now again, I could be 100% wrong about this man. He could be a great guy and a great dude and fun to be around. But this picture is giving me Chad, Brad, Taz friend group who just get on your nerves at the frat party and you just want to punch him in the face. Like, I don't know. I hope I'm wrong about you, Taz. I do. I just can't. I hope I'm so wrong about you.
And you know what gags me the most about this? I thought out of everyone on this cast, Tez was the most Lana-coded draft pick out of everybody.
Absolutely not.
You drafted basically the same man last season on Australian Survivor.
Kaylin?
No! The one that went out early. I don't remember his name.
The dude who got medevac?
Yes!
He is not that. Oh my God, he is not that. He is not that.
Logan, did you not have Zen
I thought he was so like Zen coded in
he
the way
is
that I
not
read his
Zen
bio.
at all.
That's how I read him, and I really thought you were going to draft him.
Oh, absolutely not. He is not Zen at all. I love Zen. I was like happy to pick him, but no.
Where's Zen on this season of Redemption?
Where is it? He deserves a redemption because he got medevac. Like, hello.
Because he went out so damn early, they're never going to bring the man back, unfortunately.
But he was doing so well, and everybody said it. Everybody loved him. Ugh, I hate it. But yeah, no, I would never pick that dude.
As I was reading through Tez's bio, I was like, oh, and this person has that attribute, but better. Oh, and this person has that attribute, but better. Like every single thing that I saw from him, I saw highlighted better on someone else. So I just wasn't going to do it unless it came down to these last three options, because unfortunately, I don't think there's really a great option here. I think they're all going to get clipped early. But unfortunately, I do think Lana is right. This is a very punchable face, and I want to be clear. There's at least 3 Chads in his friend group.
I know it is. 3. You know it is. You know if you got a friend named Chad.
And one of them is just called Crazy Chad, and it's because he like chugged a beer once in a really interesting way, and that's the only thing that changed.
That Crazy Chad.
That's it. I have nothing else to say about this man, other than, Greek. That's fun.
I was going to say his name is Eleftherios, which I think is quite fun.
I just
and then
don't
he had the short
agree.
Fez.
Like, I'm just to be clear, to fight the punchable face allegations. I feel like that is literally just how he is posed in this one picture is making him look like he has a punchable face. Like, you look at the way his like jawline is, like that is not his natural jawline. His mouth is pulled up and it is like they have his head at an angle. Like they are intentionally trying to make this guy look like a douche. I do not think he's a douche. He does not look like a douche to me.
Yeah. He looks very douche. It's giving me douche. It's giving me Chad, Brad, frat boy.
Maybe he does have friends named Chad and Brad. You know? What's so wrong about having a friend named Chad?
There's nothing wrong with having one name Chad.
Have you ever met a good Chad?
With 3.
I've met a nice Chad.
You met a good Chad before? I have never met a Chad that I was like, I like that Chad.
I mean, it's not like a regular occurrence or anything. I've got a few. One of them.
Sorry to the Chads in the world. I'm sorry.
Corbin Blue, our sincere apologies on this day.
Okay, here's the thing. I hate to continue on the Tez bashing train. I pulled up his Instagram. He gives me just douche bro in the worst way.
Oh, I know it is. I didn't even look at his Insta.
But here's the thing. He's also in law school, and in his bio, he does say Make-A-Wish.
That's great. Like I said, he
so
could
there's
probably
gotta
be
be
nice
something
dude.
there.
He's probably a
Anyway.
lovely guy, but he still give. You can be a lovely guy and still give fat bro punchable face dude. I'm sorry.
100% he gives frat bro, but all right, Jack, you've got two lovely women to choose from.
Reed, what did you think
Oh,
about
sorry,
him?
Reed, go ahead,
Reed, what did
sorry.
you think about him?
Okay. Yeah, when you talk about, I hope he's better in person, like in the episode and all. Yeah, I hope so too. I'm leaning towards this is just a pose, just to have a pose, but it could be his real personality too. And I don't know. That's why I skipped over him a lot because I don't know. I like the criminal law background. Like he's a student. He clearly, you're gonna need to have some sort of drive and determination to be able to do that. For me, I like the super fan thing, but for me, it's what kind of held me back was he looks just very young, and the cast leans a bit older, and sometimes if there's just one person who's significantly younger, they have trouble like being taken seriously, or their reason for playing isn't taken as seriously. And if he talks about like the risks and stuff, like he might be someone who will make a move just because it will make good TV and not because it's going to help him in the game. I think he might be a little too excited about being on TV over playing smart. But if the criminal law side of him and the super fan analytical takes over, then I can see him do a lot better. But yeah, I wasn't sure.
Sorry, I know we're about to move on to Jack and Ree's picks. I just want to be clear. I'm looking at his Twitter right now because it's linked on his Instagram. He has a reality TV stan account. He watches Drag Race UK versus the World. He's a challenge fan. He's apparently a stan account for a bunch of cunty women. Like, I'm just saying.
I knew it.
What did you know? What did you know?
Knew
You knew nothing. What did you know?
I can't be this wrong. I can't be this wrong this late at night.
I don't really care. I don't care. All of that could be true, and he could still have a punchable face. I'm sorry. He could still be a frat bro and still like RuPaul's Drag Race. I am not changing my thoughts just because he's a reality fan. I said what I said.
I'm not trying to get you to change your thoughts. I just think it's really fun, like, because this is the impression we have. And then I look on his thing, and he called Danielle Reyes one of the best players in the history of the Traders US.
And he has smarts. He never said he wasn't a smart man. I'm just saying he got a friend named Chad. He's smart because yes, Danielle Reyes is the best player in Big Brother history. You should know this. And I love that he loves reality TV. I love that he's into RuPaul's Drag Race. He's watching UK versus the World. He has all the stand accounts.
Wow. Did we all sleep on Taz? Wait a
nope,
minute.
I did not. I'm still not convinced. Because I feel like his super fan, this is going to have him going in there, like we said, doing some stuff just to do some stuff. The moves ain't going to be great moves. He just want to make a big move and it can come back and bite him in the butt. I just always I'm always taking a pause by super fans because I feel like they always go in and play too hard, too fast.
Oh, and he stands Angelina and Genevieve. Fuck! I should have known. Oh, fuck.
I mean,
no. Andy's a year. Oh no, Eddie's a Eurovision fan too. No, damn it!
I love how after we've publicly called his face punchable for 5 minutes,
he's still punchable.
We realize that he will be watching this podcast.
That's great. I love that, Taz. Prove me wrong. All I'm saying, I am somebody who loves to be proven wrong. I love that you like reality TV. I love that you are in these streets. Tez, I love it.
This man literally said that there needs to be a 3-time Eurovision winner and to look out for Loreen in 2035. I'm just saying.
And he's rooting for Antigone for Cyprus. Damn it.
He has taste.
God damn it, he has taste. Tez. I'm sorry, Tez. I am at least.
Yeah.
Look, Taz, if you want to come on the show and come at me, bro.
We're inviting
Come
him.
at me,
Grow
bro.
up. We're inviting him.
I love it.
Yeah, we don't have another option.
I love it. I still will say it, but I love it. And I can't wait to be proven wrong. Prove me wrong. Be up
I'm
there
not
and be
the
the
only
best.
person that said he's giving Zen. Okay, I feel vindicated now.
Well, I don't see it.
He's an untucked watcher. A Canada's
Love
drag race.
that.
Untucked watcher.
Taz, I have no choice but to stand currently. Give me
Yeah.
a reason not to, I guess.
Give me a
Unfortunately-
reason to stand, Tez, because I'm not there yet.
Oh, fuck, he's a Davon stan, Lana.
Of
There
course
you
he is. He likes Danielle Reyes. Of course he will be a Davon stan. We love
go.
that.
Okay.
I love that. I still
I
need to
love
be
him.
proven
I love him
wrong.
now so much. I am so
I love
happy he is
him.
something.
Sorry, Taz.
Is
Sorry,
he
Taz.
Is he going to be the one that will
Okay.
clock Johnson?
Yeah.
Maybe.
With his background?
Yeah,
He's
no,
on the
he will.
same-
He's actually going to be the one to do it now.
Yeah, he's on the same
clocked
starting
it.
tribe as Johnson. Yeah, he's gonna clock Johnson and
He's-
Kat.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh, he's
Pat.
going to clock them.
He's going to
Come on,
pull both
Taz.
of them aside, say, you
I
did
know
well
who
on
you
Traders, you did well on Big Brother. We're working together, or I'm publicly putting it out there. Understood? Understood. Good.
Natalie Anderson,
Damn it,
super fan.
Taz. I was unfamiliar with your game until right now, Taz. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Ah, fucking A. All right, Jack.
So, the two people I have left are a fraud specialist who's the classic, I'm going to catch people. I'm a great liar. I can do anything.
Yes.
And a
Yes.
woman who is I'm just looking at this and still going through it. Currently studying creative writing while working at her partner's Cactus Nursery, a local cafe, and working her own business selling vintage clothing.
I'll take the clothing.
Unfortunately, I have to stand.
I'll take the clothing and
Sally.
the cactus worker.
Look, this is going to go horribly to where she's going to fade right into the background, or she's going to she's just going to be caught. I don't really expect her to do the greatest, but I think she'll just be nice to see. And I kind of just want like someone that's going to be like, aw,
So you're
okay.
taking Sally.
Yeah, I'll take Sally.
Sally Ford. I like her name is
Yay.
Ford with 2 O's.
Yay.
I like her. I looked at her too. I was like,
I
"Aw,
did too.
Look,
I
there's
think
nothing more. She's
She seems
sweet.
really sweet. I don't know if this is just the side of the internet that I'm on. I don't know if anyone is familiar with Katie from Royalty Soaps. If anyone's on Soap YouTube, she looks like Katie Carson from Royalty Soaps. And if anyone knows that reference out there, same. But no, I really like her. I think she seems very sweet as well. I did not, unfortunately, get a whole lot of strategic energy from her, but I do think she is very sweet. I think we'll get a lot of personableness from her. She's gonna really rely on her personality. She said she's excited to lie and manipulate. So I think it's interesting. She's also playing in memory of her brother, and she talked about how her brother's always going to be out there with her. And I think that's a really great sentiment. I think there's a lot going for Sally here, and I think this is I think she seems absolutely lovely. Again, just it falls under the category of just really cool chick.
Mm-hmm. I think she'll be fine. I think she's that person that she can find if she finds a good group to hide within, and it's going to depend on how she does in challenges. Do the team find her necessary. Like, is she somebody who's going to contribute to the team? If she can contribute and people like her, she can stick around to merge. I can see her making it to the merge, or right before the merge. But if she has to, I think she's one of those people who have to prove themselves and to be needed, a necessity to that team, because if not, they will easily boot her out. But I think she seems like a very sweet person. I think she can find herself blending when she needs to blend into the background, and just people overlook her. Or she could be that type of person that's like, she might surprise us and has a very strategic brain and can come up with some things, and people be like, oh, okay, Sally.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I look at her bio and I read a couple things that are immediate red flags for me. Red flag number 1, needs to put her morals to the side while playing the game. If you have to mention that tells me a lot about your mindset coming into the game. I know a lot of people that when they say that, they just don't do it. And I don't trust people on a thing if they say that or something to that ilk. Secondly, daily yoga and meditation, the source of your inner strength. Great. Don't make anyone else do it. And most of the yogis that have been on Survivor do. So we'll see how that turns out. But it's just giving a bit too much flower child for me in terms of presentation. And, some of them have went far, but none of them ever win. So I'm hoping I'm wrong. I would like to be wrong. But just based off first impressions purely on the bio, not someone I was considering.
Yeah.
Well, Reed, what do you think? And then where are you going? I mean, not like you really have much of a choice.
No, yeah, Jack, you chose for me. Thank you.
Yeah, it's like,
I wonder who's left.
I wonder who Reed's gonna pick.
I wonder.
Yeah.
I think I have a premonition. I feel a K in my spirit. I don't know why. I feel a K in my spirit.
Not too many of those, Lana.
Not too many. Just
Black
one.
History Month.
Just one. K in my. I only want 1K. I only feel 1K in my spirit.
I
for
understand.
Reed. Mm-hmm.
Well, welcome
Reed,
to the stage.
how do you feel about having that 1K?
Oh no. I just got absolutely nothing from her. On the bio. Like not completely nothing, but not a whole lot. So yeah. To me, I'm not surprised that we all passed over her for other people, unfortunately. And I feel really bad saying that. She seems lovely, but like I read a lot and I read her bios multiple times, and there's just not really stuff that I really remember, aside from one thing, which was about outfits. Like she said that it was like a last minute decision, and so she just grabbed whatever she had available, and she hopes it will make it through the island. And I was like, yeah, I can see myself doing that, like last minute. So yeah, okay, I want to see her. I want to see this outfit survive for as long as possible. But for the rest, unfortunately, yeah, I don't know if it was the way the bios were written, or maybe she was very nervous in these videos. But yeah, I hope she's different in the episodes. I hope she has the personality and the strategic chops and all of that.
Yeah, what Jack said about Tez is pretty accurate to how I felt about Keely. A lot of the things she was bringing, I just thought the qualities, like she seemed like a bit of a, pardon the pun here, jack of all trades kind of type, but nothing was really sticking out to me as like a strong point, you know? And when I looked at who else was on the table, there was always somebody that had something stronger that I was looking for. Mm-hmm. I will say, she was actually relatively high on my list. Jenkinson is going to be doing well, I hope. But yeah, like we'll see how she goes. But I was the note that she is a social butterfly. I like seeing those words. I like seeing that. It gives me a little bit more hope than I would have had without that.
Logan, what do you think? Because you're about to say something.
Oh, yeah, no, I think she's got a really stacked resume, like professionally. Like she's worked over a decade in anti-financial crime. She's worked across Australia and the Pacific. She's got a really like strong resume from outside of Survivor. I'm really intrigued to see, how those skills are going to translate. The social butterfly bit did also, pique my interest. She was like, do I look like the person leading the boardroom? No, but am I going to be pulling the strings? Absolutely. So I think there's certainly something there. I just, unfortunately, like she wasn't at the bottom of my draft board by any means of the imagination. Unfortunately, I just only had 4 picks. And I ain't gonna pick her with my double. I'm sorry, Keely, but like she was towards the middle for me. I think people of her archetype do fairly well on Survivor pretty consistently. There were no negatives for me when it comes to Keely at all. I'm quite intrigued to see how she does. Our last picks do end up sometimes doing quite well in the draft, so I'm curious, Rhea, how she'll do for you.
Yeah.
But
I hope it's better than the impression I got.
I think it will be. I think she's got I think she's got enough to at least make it midway. I could see her making it to merge pretty easily.
Yeah. I mean, like, again, I feel really bad saying all of this because she looks so accomplished in her bio and stuff like that. Like, I don't know what it was, but yeah, unfortunately, I kept seeing other people. I guess it's probably the problem that Brook and Jack had with some of the picks. Like, some other people just had more of what I like. But, maybe she blends in very well.
I had a bad omen with this one. And that's because, like, on the source where I was looking up the bios and the pictures, hers would never load. Like, everybody's picture would load, and hers never loaded. And so I was like, oh. And so I kept refreshing on my computer, and finally it loaded. And she had, like, 2 lines. And I was like, I don't know about this one. So I was like, for me, I was like, I don't know what it is, but I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. And then the 2 lines that I got from her, from the source that I was using, I had to go and find another source so I can see her full bio. And I was just like, Not that, I mean, she's impressive with things that she does, but like you said, jack of all trades, that sort of thing is like, you're the jack of all trades, but perfection of none. Like you don't have anything that stands out. And that was what I felt with her. I want to be proven wrong, though. So hopefully she'll prove me wrong.
Me too.
Totally.
Well, we have arrived at the time that I have personally been curious about. Logan has a tough decision ahead of them. 20 people on the table that Logan can draft.
Yep.
I'm curious to see where this goes because I have a couple people that I'm thinking you might take. But like, I'm really curious now.
I have one person in my brain who I think they might take, but I'm not for certain.
Okay.
I'm gonna name the private chat. Don't look at.
Well, I was about to actually ask you all before I give, because I've made my decision. But I did narrow it down to 4 people. Just based on the conversations we've had throughout the whole thing. So I actually want to ask all of you before I give my answer. Who do you think I'm gonna pick?
It's tough. It's a little tough.
This was really honestly, this is more difficult than I thought it was gonna be.
Logan, who's on your current team and
right.
pressure?
My team currently is Kat, Daniel, Mark, and Dawn.
Okay. Noting that, I think you are missing athletic alpha bro as one of the big archetypes you're missing for me in my brain. And then the other thing is just another cunty woman. So weighing those options, I'll just say this. I'm going to be bold. I think after what just happened, you're going to pick Tez. And that's just where I'm at with it.
I said that. I was like, I have two. Here's this way I'm going. I was like, after what we were just talking about is either Tez for the whole thing that we just happened, or I was with you too, Brook, the country woman. I think Brook.
Okay.
Okay. Between.
Ree, what do you think?
I was just thinking, like, who are you the most mad about not getting? And I don't know. I'll say Brook, or I don't know. I do think it's going to be someone you really like, and we'll be rooting for the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Jack?
I think you do have the right analysis of either someone who's really athletic or a cunty woman, and I feel like it's gonna be either Aisha or Aisha or Jackson. I feel like fill the archetypes that you want.
Okay.
But I can also see, after what we just described, Tez is probably up there.
Mm-hmm.
So you're all pretty on the nose, I will say. So the four people I narrowed it down to ultimately were Brook, Aisha, Jackson, and Paula.
Okay.
I love Tez, but I am going to unfortunately pass on Tez. For all of the reasons you all gave. I think you all are pretty spot on. This was a really difficult decision, because going through this and like listening to everyone's arguments and this, that, the third, and the fourth, like I think it was really quite a difficult decision. But ultimately, I am, with my redemption pick, I just think there is something about this person that I want to see more of in this game. I think they're going to do well. I think they're going to be able to integrate quite well into this cast. And if I know Australian Survivor well, and I do, this archetype always tends to integrate well, to make it to the end game, and always has a good shot at winning. And I'm gonna go with Jackson.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think, like, he was someone very high on my draft board. I was a little bit disappointed when Jack took him. And this is not at all who I thought I was going to take going into this draft. I was 100% convinced I was going to take Brook. But ultimately, I think Jackson is just going to be a better, like, looking at where he's at in his starting tribe, looking at who he's around, I think he can, like, I think the threat management early on is going to be an issue for him. But if he can make it past that, I think he's got a good shot. So I'm gonna take Jackson. And I don't envy any of y'all with this decision, because this was really fucking hard to make. Like,
I mean, you were basically having the Rev equivalent of making a first pick after seeing everyone's thoughts on every player and hearing everyone's angles. Like, there's a downside and a plus to picking everyone, and I think you rounded out your team pretty well. Personal.
I think so too.
I think you did a good job with that.
I really did kind of the opposite of what I usually do, in that I drafted mostly men.
Yeah, me too. I was like,
it's Australian Survivor. We had a woman win last season. If it was abbreviated, we're due.
True. And that's that.
I will say
that
somehow, after all of that, by technicality, I still managed to pick a choice that Logan wanted, and I'll take it right here.
You did.
Good job,
I won't lie. that was ultimately part of the reason I picked Jackson.
And Reed was the one that pissed him off the most. We kind of love that.
Yeah,
It's a rite of passage.
Growth.
Growth.
it came down to Jackson and Paula for me.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I really almost took Paula, but I think Jackson is a stronger pick. So, Team Lana, we have Simon, Aisha, Cameron, Ben, and Laz. Team Brook, we have Caleb, Lyndall, Faith, Harry, and Tez. Team Jack, Johnson, Jackson, Eliza, Lottie, and Sally. Team Ree, Brooke, Blanche, Paula, Richard, and Keely. And Team Logan is Kat, Daniel, Mark, Dawn, and Jackson. I think we did quite well here today, folks.
Oh, I'm happy with my team.
Oh yeah.
I like my team too.
Yeah,
I'm very happy with my team.
I'm quite
Let
thrilled.
us know in the comments down below. Who would you like to have had on your team? Because once again, this is a lot harder than it may first appear to be.
Yep. So we will be here 3 days a week talking about Australian Survivor Redemption. We are here Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday after the episodes air, talking about each and every single episode of this season. So make sure you are tuned in with us. If you made it through this entire episode, thank you.
You a real one.
You
are a real one for that.
You know, it's a lot of people, it's a lot of draft, and a big shout out to Ree for staying up very late doing this video. Because it is 3 a.m. for you?
Later.
4 a.m.? Oh no, even worse.
Well, once again, shout out to Ree for being the MVP of this video. Thank you, Ree.
Yeah, Ree,
Right,
the
thank
MVP,
you,
baby.
Oh my god.
And we are not going to ever do this to Ree again. We promise.
No. But hey, you have now done your first 3-hour video, so that's something.
We get that out the way.
Yeah.
Period. And with that being said, we're going to close this out so that Ree can go to bed. Thank you all for joining us for this video. Let us know your thoughts on this cast and our drafts down in the comments below. On your way out, check out another video of ours. It could be our traders coverage, our fear factor coverage, whatever it is. Make sure you're checking us out. You are subscribing, doing all those lovely, wonderful things. Go get your merch at lanagcreations.etsy.com. And with all that being said, we are going to go ahead and get out of here. So cheers, y'all. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.